you're now live on the internet, so watch it.
Hello, internet. We're finishing up sound
Watch
check.
yourself now, please.
Because we just said some wrong ass shit before these cameras came on.
So the other one I saw, I saw in person while we were in New Orleans, is probably the only acceptable couples costume that I've seen.
Okay.
And
It isn't green.
Actually was quite cute. Was the man was dressed as a chef, and the woman was dressed as a chef, being smaller than the man was, with little mouse ears on. So she was Ratatouille, and he was the chef.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I like that. I thought it was pretty good. She had a little rat tail coming off the back of her chef's coat as well. I thought it was nice.
Two of our
cute.
bartending friends at Stan and Joe's. They were just the bought costumes, but it's great. One is wearing a fan, right? A box fan.
All right.
Our friend Aaron is wearing a poop costume with boxing gloves.
When the shit hits the fan.
Fucking brilliant.
I like it. That's all right.
Great.
Especially behind the bar. You're like,
At some point, the fan part's going to be a little bit much behind the bar.
Oh, yeah.
You could never go that way. You always have to go sideways.
Yeah.
Crab walk,
Crab walk the
all
whole
night
thing.
long.
Walk the whole
Yeah,
night,
that
I know.
How
sucks.
was New Orleans?
New Orleans was good. We had a ton of fun.
Big Bobby the Plug enjoy his
Big Bobby the
birthday?
Plug enjoyed his entire birthday weekend.
Good.
Yeah, we all had a great time.
Did you get to finally have the burger?
At Portugal?
Yeah.
Yeah. We all did. We went
it
for
worth
lunch
it?
on Saturday.
Was it overhyped?
It's a little
honest.
overhyped.
All right.
It's simplicity done very well.
Right.
But it's simple.
Right.
It's very simple. And I don't normally pair mushrooms with cheddar,
Right. I would do it with Swiss.
with Swiss or provolone.
Right.
And
But they have one cheese there. That's it.
I know.
Yeah.
So it was good. It was very good. It was very well done. They used good beef. And there's something to be said for a restaurant that with no frills, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you get steak or you get burger.
Right.
That's
And
what you get.
Potato or you get salad.
Right.
Now, for
So
me,
they do very well. It was delicious. It just didn't knock my socks off. That's all. But it was excellent. It was good.
I think for me, it's the preparation that it's a Weber, like it's a charcoal cooked hamburger where you're just like,
Underwhelming, like this show.
yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
Taylor.
Yes.
It is.
Makes total
How did
sense.
you
It is
know?
not something you get in a restaurant.
Guess what? I
Like,
didn't
that
smell down
burger
there at
you
all.
won't-
Burnt toast.
Oh yeah, no, yeah,
Didn't smell any burnt toast down
no
there.
shit.
All our toast was cooked to perfection.
You know, that burnt toast reference has a lot of connotations to it besides just the mini strokey thing. You know, the whole. Have you seen the TikTok video? There is a woman.
I don't watch TikTok.
There's a woman just talking shit about people.
No, and we've established our algorithms completely fucking different.
There's a woman eating toast, like really kind of burnt up toast. I'm just chomping out, going, maybe y'all should have saved your SNAP food stamps so y'all could get some food in November. Fuck all of you, like real, and everybody is like, bitch, first off, why you eating dry, burnt motherfucking toast? Like, just everybody's dog walking her. I mean, everyone's dog walking her. But yeah, the toast thing, immediately all you could think of is that stupid fucking woman talking about, wanting people to go fucking hungry because, Christian fucking love.
Yeah.
Did I say that loud? Oh, I'm so sorry. Christian fucking love.
Yep.
We had a blast.
Good.
We had Bourbon Street Friday night,
ballroom.
Frenchman Street Saturday night. Did a ton of eating, of course, ton of drinking. It was a blast. We had a great time. Everybody was cool. There was no drama within the group really. It was awesome.
Oh, frozen Irish coffees, right?
Yeah, we had frozen Irish coffees at Aaron Rose. Shot pool for an hour or two at the garage right across the street, so that was pretty good.
And of
they were
course-
dead as a doornail, so it was just us in there.
Oh, nice. And,
So that
of course,
was fun.
Patios got to have a hurricane.
We did go to patios. We got a hurricane. Yep, I bought that round.
Nice.
So that was good.
Frenchman, did you do any of the dumb, crazy, giant frozen daiquiris with all kinds of shit in them?
No, that was all on bourbon, really. I mean, there was two.
them on Frenchman,
There was
too. They're
two
pretty
on
cool.
Frenchman. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all they serve.
Yeah.
It's essentially a snowball stand.
Yeah, you walk
a
in-
Slurpee stand with just that.
Yeah,
but
you walk
no.
in, get it, walk right out.
It wasn't
Take to the
hot
street.
enough, really, for the frozen shit at night.
Mm-hmm.
But it was all. We had a blast. We walked. I mean, Rob was basically on a food and drink tour the entire
Taylor
time we were there.
Thompson, Christian is doing what to Courtney Love?
Burning toast, apparently.
Burning toast.
But no, I got me fried alligator I wanted. I got my frog legs I wanted, and I ate probably 4 bowls of gumbo in 2 days.
Nice,
one of which was a rabbit gumbo.
Ooh, fun. Good.
Very good. Yeah, so more Cajun rather than Creole. Some of the backwoodsy stuff rather than the French stuff, which was awesome. Carly was etouffeeing it left, right, and center.
Any
red beans and rice all over the place. Rob probably ate his body weight in red beans and rice.
Yeah. Did you get any grilled oysters?
No, because so I had in my one of the gumbos I had there were oysters in them.
Not the same if you don't go by Acme.
Here's the problem with the one oyster dish I really wanted, our room wasn't ready, and oysters make me go poopy pretty quick.
Got it. Okay.
And our room wasn't ready, and I wasn't going to blow up any of our friends' bedrooms.
Fair enough.
So, and I'm not shitting in a bar in New Orleans. I'll tell you that. That is not happening.
Not happening. No.
The just generic smell of piss in every single public bathroom I walked in was get fucked.
Yeah.
That's out.
Fair.
I'm
Very
not
fair.
sitting down.
Yeah.
So, I did make it a point for one of the dinners. I got a gumbo that had oysters in it to make sure I had some oysters.
Okay. Very good.
But yeah, no, I was fucking annoyed with that because there was this like breakfast fried oyster toast that I really wanted.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But it was 4 hours before our room was going to be ready.
You're like,
I can't do it, or I'm going to shit my pants.
So the flight down was good. Everything getting down there was fine.
Everything getting down was good. Yeah, everything, all that was fine.
How was getting back, Mr.
Getting
Graham?
back was a bit of a shit show.
That is what we call a segue. You like how I just passed that over to you?
Not bad.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Not bad.
I'm a
Took
professional.
you 8 years to get that right.
Yeah, well,
Well
fuck
done.
off, all of you. I can go back to getting it all wrong if you want me to.
So, due to the government shutdown, TSA is not being paid. So a lot of TSA agents called out the weekend before Halloween, which essentially was New Orleans Halloween celebration.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
One of the things we did while we were there, which was pretty cool, was seeing the New Orleans Halloween parade go
very fun.
down to Cater.
Yeah.
So just up the road from Cafe du Monde is the ice cream alcohol place. They're only open during the day. And we stood underneath their little outside area and watched the parade from there, which was pretty cool. So
Fabulous.
we saw all that going on. But so you knew it was busy. It was a busy weekend. Saints had a home game as well.
Oh, yeah.
All that kind of stuff. But yeah, multiple TSA agents called out, as is their right, because they aren't getting paid.
Yeah, fuck it.
So there was only 4, maybe 5 lanes open at TSA. And we got there with more than enough time to get through security and arrived at our gate. Well, I arrived at our gate as the plane had just pulled away from the little retractable hallway.
Oh.
So that didn't go well. And then I get back
you were
to
flying
the...
Spirit, so I'm sure they were really accommodating and went, hey, let's get you on a flight right now.
They didn't even have another flight.
Yeah, of course not.
The only other flight left at 10 p.m. and had a layover in Orlando for 5.5 hours. We wouldn't have gotten home until like 9:30 in the morning.
Fuck that.
Couldn't do it. My
Yeah.
mom's got the kids.
Especially it's a 2-hour flight. It's not a hard flight.
Julia
so.
was on the clock. My mom, it was supposed to be off the clock. My mom
Right.
had the other kids.
Right.
Like we needed to get home was the thing. So we end up booking a Southwest flight that left a couple hours later that ended up being delayed after that. So we didn't end up making it home until about midnight. We were supposed to be home at 7. And on top of that, it cost us $1,400 fucking dollars. Now, here's a cool life hack. You can't do it all the time because they'll get wise to you and ban you. But and I don't blame them for booking it quickly. And then by the time we tried to do the same thing, I had already booked our flight. But Rob and Elizabeth were able to book a flight to Boston. So they were on the same first leg plane as us. I didn't even think to look past Baltimore
Right.
because half the people that were on our flight were stuck in security.
Right.
So Southwest is just bumping prices. Every person that books, they're,
Bumps that price
they're bumping price up,
Yeah.
price up.
Right.
They booked their flight for $800 fucking cheaper than we booked our flight
Wow.
for. Which good for them. I'm not mad at them. I'm mad at the situation. But I didn't even think to do that. So she was apparently like looking at New York and Boston, and that had connections in Baltimore where they had to change planes.
Right. So
And then they only had carry-ons, so they fucked off. Now, we only had carry-ons because our check bag was on the Spirit flight.
Right.
So we could have done the same fucking thing.
Yeah,
Which was
easily.
annoying. And by the time we figured that out, I had already booked, and then Carly was too drunk to talk to the customer service person properly, and her excuse for needing to rebook and a refund was she mixed up her B cities. Boston and Baltimore.
Yeah.
I mixed up my B cities. Can you help me out? The guy was like, "What are you talking about?" And then she just started laughing at herself and hung up the phone.
Yeah. Car doesn't let the hair down often, but when she does, she's a bit of a shit show.
Oh, she's good. We already had gummy in us as well, like getting ready for the flight. Like,
Yeah.
So there's things going.
Yeah.
And she was, it was very funny because we're sitting at the Sazerac bar in the C concourse at fucking Louis Armstrong International Airport.
Right.
And we were so pissed off with everything that had happened. Rob and I got double Buffalo Traces. They got double G&Ts. And then we started to order food because we were all stuck there for another 3.5 hours or whatever.
Right.
And then I was like, why don't you call customer service, see if we can change it or whatever? Because the seats on the plane are ours. Mm-hmm. See if we could just extend and they can give us the refund, extend to the next city.
Yeah.
The other part that's going to piss me off, not piss me off, again, the situation, not Rob and Elizabeth. Because of that delay, because of some weather over Georgia and Tennessee, which was part of our flight path, because of that weather, they missed their connection that they weren't going to take anyway. So Southwest is probably going to refund them. And I'm out $1,474.
Well, you know what? It's the birthday present for the birthday boy.
I'm so annoyed.
Yeah. That's how it always works. Remember, remember whenever it's your boy's wedding, you always end going out of like double out of pocket in comparisons to what they did for yours. It's just the way it always goes.
But so
it always goes.
It was good. We had a great time. It was a small blemish on a very fun weekend.
Very good. Glad to hear, man.
We thought you were cool with your cigar knowledge and things that you do. We thought you were awesome.
This is pretty brilliant, Mel.
Mel, I don't know if Sam showed you the photo.
I have not, because I haven't even still gone back and really looked at the thread when you and I talked about it. I figured you'd bring it up here. So I
you
think
didn't
it's pretty
talk
great.
about it. You just ignored us.
Yeah, because I was fucking busy emceeing a goddamn event.
I can't search. Let me.
And doing fucking TikToks for the show. I was a busy fucking boy this weekend.
Yeah, you were. So I'm gonna pull this up and show Mel, and I'll show the camera. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But so what I said was, first thing I said, Sammy. ... Lot of, moving down. A lot of space. A lot of returns there. ... You're a pussy. I've never seen you do this. Homeboy's just walking around Bourbon Street. Come on.
Mel's going to be glad I haven't done this, but now I
Homeboy's
want
just
to.
walking around Bourbon Street, double fisting cigars. He's got one in each hand. They're both lit, and I seen him chief off both of them. Look at this fucking guy right here. Hell yeah. Get out. Damn, you really are. You do suck. Your wife's so much better.
Uh-huh.
And then I said, double fisting cigars. You're such a cuck. It was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I saw it. I didn't look at the photo to see what it was. I just saw I was being called a cuck, and I was like, okay, well, clearly he's doing something better than me.
Right? Oh, he absolutely was.
Yeah.
He's getting cancer twice as fast. It was very good.
Hey,
so that was fun.
Hey, Graham. Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Was it everything on your agenda for sound check?
Well, we were going to talk about the silent auction at Rise Up. So
the last thing though,
yes,
the
please,
thing that provided much needed
Graham's
comic
spending
relief.
money. We're saving money.
Yeah.
By
So-
spending money. We saved $350 by spending $200.
By switching to Geico.
Yeah. So what I when we made it through security, I I essentially just went because it was like 325. Our flight was 327.
You were gonna mad dash it to see if you could at least hold the fucking plane.
We were A2. Was our gate number, and A was the first concourse you came to. So I got through security, and I just went, Carly, get our shit, and I took off running. I didn't even know where Rob and Elizabeth were.
Right.
I'm running down a concourse. Figured out how out of shape I am, by the way. But I pushed through. I piled through. Got there, and this woman standing there, and she was like, "Y'all did this to me yesterday. What do you mean? I gotta stay another day again?" All right. And so in my head, I'm thinking, I'm like, if you knew shit was fucked, because like we had talked to Dave and Kayla who left earlier in the day.
Right.
Dave and Kayla got through security in 45 minutes. So we showed up 2 hours 15, 2.5 hours early.
More than enough
Should have been
time.
more than enough time.
Right.
And so, obviously we didn't get through. So so she's like, y'all did this to me yesterday. It's 3:27 now. And they're like, yeah, we closed the doors like 5 minutes before
Right.
anyway. And I knew that. I was just hoping against hope.
What
Right.
if? What if?
Maybe they knew the line was very long. We can delay 5 minutes.
Maybe
Whatever.
there was a stall in boarding. Maybe
Anything.
there was somebody was drunk and acted a fool.
fucking
whatever.
anything. I was trying my best to just see what we could do here.
Yeah.
So that was funny. I heard that, and all of us got a very good laugh when I relayed that story. But then the guy looks at me and he goes, "Oh man, can I help you with anything?" And just kind of started ignoring her. And I was like, "Nah, just wanted to watch me plane drive away." Because it literally
Yeah.
had backed out and was parallel to the window.
Yeah.
They hadn't even retracted the
Right,
hallway yet.
right.
And I'm just standing there looking at it, just defeated. And he was like, "Can I help you with something, dude?" I was like, "Nah, I just wanted to watch it drive away for real." Then it started going. I was like, "There she is." Then I just walked back, very sad.
I was supposed to be on that.
Yeah. And then I sat and watched out the windows. It took off, and I was like, "Bye, guys." And there goes my bags. Hopefully, they're there when we get back.
Yeah, no shit.
It is Balmer.
Yeah, it is Bulmer. They have had some issues with their baggage claim. That is for damn sure.
So no, but it was there when we finally did get home. It was right in Spirit's lost baggage area. So that was quick, and that was the last little bit of it. It was good.
So, quick reset for everybody who's catching us now. On our sound check, we already kind of set this. If somebody wanted to support the show, Mr. Graham, how do they go about finding sound check?
Oh, sorry. It's patreon.com/The Football Show. Sign up to that $5 tier, and you get all the extra content Sam just told you about.
Apparently,
My wife texted me.
I was
Sorry.
going to say, apparently, I need to give you a couple backhands to remind you how good of a hoe you need to be.
She's talking about Avery's having a tough time.
Is Sam Houston going to have to choke a bitch? Is that what's going to have to happen, Mr. Graham? Yes,
At the
Mel.
silent auction, at
Yes.
the event last night, there's a silent auction, and keep in mind, I'm sucking on the vape pen the whole way up there, and I am partaking in every cocktail. Mrs. Houston went deep.
Mel had herself a night.
Nice.
Sam gave me two jobs: look fabulous, which that wasn't hard work,
She knows how to do that very well.
and two, Daddy wanted me to win him a silent auction item.
And the thing that I saw, so the year before, it's all for
This is at the same event that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
were hosting the thing at.
Yeah,
Okay.
so cystic fibrosis is who the charity is that they work with. And last year when I was there, they had one of the like Mammy Jammy DeWalt all power cord, like the power box fucking setups with like 8 different fucking tools. One of those things, it's like, I'm not going to go out and buy. I'm not necessarily a crafty guy, but if I had it in my house, now anything that needs to be fixed, I've got it, right? I've got it covered. So, and it's one of those things too that typically you're going to get it for a better price at the auction than what you would have paid for at a
It's a terrible
course.
thought process, but very true.
and it
Especially if
does,
you're competing with people that took too much Mucinex.
yeah, and it goes,
Isn't that what causes cystic fibrosis?
Well, and I'm like,
and it all goes to charity, right? So, which is a good
well,
thing.
I'm like, and it's like Baltimore City. How many Baltimore City people are gonna want what Sam wanted?
So last
Everyone.
year's
No, listen to
one,
this.
last year's one, I lost.
Yeah.
And I lost right at the death by like $25.
No, this one
one.
was doable.
So this was another DeWalt set. It was a duo set. The hedger, the weed eater, weed whacker, and
All of those are different tools.
just a weed whacker.
Okay, I gotcha.
And the leaf blower with the battery pack, so
60 volt.
cord free, right?
Yeah.
I was like, Daddy wants
Retail value $450.
All right.
that. That's what it said on the the auction. You get to tell them what it was.
I found it on Home Depot for $500 if I bought it right
like
now.
$529 or some shit like that.
So I start bidding, and minimum bid's $200. Easy peasy. I've registered. I've put it in. I've done. And then I go back and I check, and I see, oh my God, minimum bid now is $225. I better fucking bid.
Mm-hmm.
So I bid $225. I go back later. Holy shit! Someone's bid $225. I better bid $250.
You were so fucked up. You outbid yourself
She was
3
outbidding
times.
herself. Yes.
I come back to him. Sam, it's that $250. I'm gonna go $300.
And me, I'm like, yeah, go for it, babe. I don't give. It's like,
I want it.
I want it. If we get it at 400, I'm happy.
It's still
Like,
save $100. Yeah.
If I got it for 450, it'd be like, hey.
Isn't the clipboard in front of it with your name on it?
No.
an app.
It's all on an app.
So I keep looking on the app, and I see what the minimum bid is, and I never see that I'm winning the bid. I just see what the minimum bid is, and I know what I had bid before. So I know I had bid $225 before. So I look at it now. I'm like, fuck, it's at the $250.
Jesus Christ.
Fortunately, nobody else bid, so I got it for $200.
So they let you go back to your original bid.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
But that's sitting when you leave tonight, Graham.
Bidding against myself.
When you leave tonight, Graham. That's,
You must be the worst eBay participant that's ever existed.
It's sitting in the kitchen. I'll make sure you get a look. It's pretty fucking fantastic.
I was so drunk.
That's so funny.
He wanted it, and I was getting it. And I don't know who that person
Even
was.
if I gotta beat myself to do it, I'm getting that thing.
And it's the whole
Meanwhile,
app.
he goes, thank God we got this thing for like $300. And I'm like, no. Actually, the weirdest thing, only $200. I don't know what happened to all the. Oh.
Melissa Houston.
I was bidding against myself.
Bidding it up myself.
Did the people that announced all of that make fun of you?
no
No. It
announcing,
just
it's a whole-
it just goes off on your app,
On your phone
literally
says, "Oh,
that.
you won this,"
and then you
Damn
go,
it.
you pay for it and collect it.
And then
That's
Somebody
it.
needed to
Show
go
them
tell the MC.
screen. No.
Somebody needed to tell the MC about that.
Well, this is me telling the MC.
Where's
about that.
the events page? I'm gonna go post on the events page of the story.
They're very good. I appreciate that.
People need to know.
So yeah,
The
that's,
easiest way to win a silent auction is only battle yourself.
Sure, Billy. Hey, Mill, I have some shit up for auction. You want anything?
Yeah.
Oh, even better, Sure, Billy, is when Mom and I are looking at the Crumpton auctions, and she and I are bidding against each other.
oh yeah, that they do that shit all the time. They'll be on the phone with each other. Mel's at this computer, Jan's at her house on her computer, and they're bidding against each other for shit they're both gonna go collectively get together.
But we're on the same account, so we're just upping the same thing. Like, there'll be a chair. Mom, like, I want the chair. I'm like, Mom, you don't want the chair. I'm like, all right, how about we put in $10 more? All right, I'll put in $10. Mom will put in $20.
So now I know where you get it from.
Yeah.
They will chip off the old block.
So Mel won her auction.
Dude, I love an auction.
She smoked
An
a lot of
in-person
weed.
auction's even better. Where you're like raising the paddle and shit. Fuck yeah.
She drank all the cocktails and
Every single cocktail.
and was fabulous. So good on her.
I never needed to get goon hand.
Yeah, no, you didn't.
And
I
you got
maintained the perfect level of food, intoxication, and stoned.
And then the next thing you know, she's pulling out her back, reaching for fucking coffee.
Well, that's after I had a dance party in the car. That might have had something to do with it. There you go.
Cool. All right.
My back hurts so fucking bad. Sound cheek. Boom. Export. MP3.
All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. We're getting ready to do the main show. Just wanted to get through that. Sure, Billy, your job is to randomly let producer Mel know what the score is. So, okay.
Well, we got
we're
Sure
not-
Billy, we got Taylor, and I have no idea who else is here.
The Red Football
There's
Commander
3 other
Skins.
people
The
here.
Red Football Commander Skins team is playing right now, so he's going to update us on scores
No.
whether there's anything
Oh, that's
important.
right. They're playing Taylor Swift's boyfriend's
Yeah.
team.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Did Taylor Swift's boyfriend's team
Do
score?
we want an update?
Yes, we do.
Did Taylor Swift's boyfriend's team score?
21-7.
It has not gone well in the second half. Good. Well, then we don't need any more updates. Unless, sure, Billy, unless we somehow come back and take the lead, we don't need to hear about it.
But you have to call it, was it TSBT?
Okay.
They scored 2 touchdowns in the third.
Okay. Got it.
Taylor Swift's boyfriend's team.
All right. Let's do a show. We ready, kids? Hold on one moment.
He says, copy that. 7:21, Taylor's boyfriend's team currently. That tells you what the delay is. Fiance, you Philistine. Fiance, you Philistine. I don't know. I can't see it. Am I supposed to be doing anything?
Yeah, starting the show.
I thought I was waiting for you.
And you're supposed to record on the board too, so let's go ahead and do it again, please.
Stop. No. Did I have your thing down?
No,
Okay.
you always hit red record, then hit the
it's fine.
intro.
I'm
That's what
recording it
looking
in
for.
3 other spots.
Okay, I'm just always. That's what I'm always looking for. So
You're
I'm sorry.
fine. Okay.
Hi, this is Russ Benson. I am a Liverpool supporter, and you're listening to Drunkard United Football Show. You all need Jesus.
Arnie needs fucking Jesus. Verts
Yeah.
needs Jesus.
Yeah.
Van Dyke needs Jesus.
Van Dyke needs help.
Yeah, no shit. His defending style, perhaps for younger men, no?
Yes, much like Bourbon Street.
Yeah, no shit.
It's a young man's
That
game.
is very much a young man's game, except for Big Bobby the Plug. Let's start the show.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston.
Sam Houston?
Arsenal fans have another Sam. AKA the fucking Gooner Graham. Stump of a lord. Looks great in shorts. Sam Graham, hey.
Sam Graham.
Fucking United! Fucking United!
Hello and welcome to the DU Football Show, a completely biased recap of the English Premier League as told by 2 common American schmucks. I am your host, Sam Houston, and across the way from me, a man who needs to learn how to book flights on the fly better, my co-host, Mr. Samuel Graham. How you
shit.
doing over there, buddy?
Doing all right. Could use some more Patreon people, please.
I got a little too excited with Abby. I ended up spilling beer all over my notes there because Abby was headbanging a little too hard there, you know?
Right.
And, of course, on the ones and twos, playing hurt, recognizing that sometimes you just got to hang it up when you get up there in age. Our producer,
Oh,
producer
you
Mel.
Son of a bitch.
You say mean shit and be mean to me
I
all
will-
the
you
time.
know what?
You
I'm-
deserve to have it thrown right
I
back
will
at you, Miss
never
Thing.
reach for your coffee ever again.
But please don't. Please don't. But if you did.
What does that even mean?
We're recording at the DU Public House just outside the nation's capital. You can check us out wherever you get your podcasts. And, of course, streaming live every single Monday night. Should you want to talk with
And
us, there
you
is many
need-
ways that you
need
can.
to watch it Monday night just
Mr.
to
Graham?
see the look on his face.
Mr.
It's
Graham?
just ridiculous.
Tell the good people how they can get in touch.
It's at DU Football Show on all the social medias. And dufootballshow@gmail.com to get in touch via email.
Good. Have you had a little talk with Ray about change name yet?
No.
You need to work on your pep talk. Yeah.
I'm
style in
going to
there.
quickly just make sure he is where I think he is. And I'm going to let you know that I don't think he needs me to worry about it.
Okay. Well, he should. You're just gonna be like, fine, call yourself change name for as long as you like. I don't care
give a
what
shit
you,
if he keeps winning.
if he keeps winning. Okay. Well, we'll find that out in.
He's up to fourth.
I was gonna say we'll find that out in injury time, but then you go ahead and bulldoze over because why tell people for free when they could help support the show? Sam?
I told them one thing. There's 16 other or 13 other people to worry about where they are. There's six other. There's 6 other games. They don't even know who he played. It's called.
Sam and myself both work in the wine and spirit industry and both have a deep, passionate love for all things distilled spirits. So does the red-blooded Americans. We vow to have a drink in our hand throughout this show and every single show. Mr. Graham, what are we drinking tonight?
It's called a teaser, Sam.
Yeah. Okay.
Westward again. Westward whiskey.
When I give a teaser, Graham, I like to use eye contact.
American single malt. Bang, bang, bang.
Unenthusiastically.
This is their Bottle and Bond. Whiskey of the elements, distinct and full of flavor, born of our unique culture, climate, and abundant resources. Bottle and Bond, obviously, it's 100 proof, which means 50% by volume if you can't divide that by 2. And this was one of the Whiskey Club things that they did, right? So never released on actual retail shelves.
Right. It's a online thing. You are committed to buying 3 bottles a year. It could be 3 of one. It could be 3 separate releases. They normally do 4 to 6 releases a year.
Nice.
And this was the Bottle and Bond they did. You notice it's the white label. Most of theirs were kind of like a gray, but because it was Bottle and Bond, they very specifically wanted to give that bourbon Bottle and Bond look to it.
Yeah, it's actually quite good as well.
It's fucking stellar.
But it does have Scotch chewiness to it.
Oh yeah.
So you get all the grain of a single malt, and but it's delicious. It's quite good, to be fair.
Yeah, it's sold out. It did so well with their Whiskey Club. That's one of their few that is completely 100% sold out. If I was them, I would do another round and release
There's like
it again.
there's like a little orange peel on it too up front that I really enjoy.
It is just really well made fucking whiskey. Straightforward, very easy, and like I said, you can't get your hands on it because it's fucking sold out.
Doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. But they do have their Whiskey Club. If you're allowed to have orders mailed to your state, then you are legally allowed to join it, which is, it's very cool. They do a lot of fun stuff. They have all different types of crazy wood finishes and things like that. And
Yeah, very, very cool.
while a former employee, I have no ill will or ill feelings about them, and hence why we drink this one tonight, because it's a really fucking good whiskey.
Yeah, why not? Absolutely.
All right, what else do we need to do, Mr. Graham?
Always remember to drink responsibly.
Very good. Very good. Let's get into it. 2 of the title contenders lost, which leaves us asking, have they been figured out? And could this be Arsenal's year? Brentford 3, Liverpool 2, Aston Villa 1, Manchester City 0.
First off, we've been top of the table for 2 weeks, so calling them contenders is it's a bit rich.
Yeah. I heard. Another conquering of a giant at home for the Bees. And apparently we've talked about long throw-ins becoming sexy. They were doing it before everybody else. They lead the league over the last 2 years of goals off of long throw-ins.
Long throws specifically.
Yeah.
It's just another extension of the general set piece being so important, right?
Across the board, you're seeing that this season.
Well, but big time. But, that was Arsenal's fashionable thing last season, right? Was we scored so many and have already this year have the most goals from set pieces.
Right.
Specifically boiling down to long throws, that's Brentford. Also find it very funny that Liverpool tried at least 3 long throws in the game and then slighted them for it after the game.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a little ridiculous.
Is it me, or are we starting to get a lot of this out of Arne?
Felt it was windy like crazy. People love when I talk about the wind, but it was windy and it's not good for football. And so we had really to work hard.
We're starting to hear a lot of excuses out of Arne.
I'm not sure that he's really making an excuse. The reason I say that is because he's Dutch.
Yeah, just the Dutch.
He's very blunt, very
literal people.
Literal, very not abrasive, but just honest to a fault almost.
Right.
And so you heard him last weekend, right? With these teams don't like to play football. Then they win 5-1 in the Champions League. Absolute blowout, annihilation against, I think it was Eintracht Frankfurt.
Yeah.
Or Leverkusen, maybe. Somebody
It was
like
Frankfurt. It was Frankfurt.
whoever it was. And he goes, yeah, well, I mean, this team tries to play. So we like that. That opens the game up and allows us to exploit those spaces. And it's like, yeah, but that's teams are supposed to try to take away your space. You're better than most teams.
Right.
So I think it's just him being honest
Right.
rather than he's complaining like Jurgen was.
Right. Fair.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you on that one.
But Brentford, I mean, they hurried Liverpool at every opportunity. Liverpool were fairly uncharacteristically sloppy in midfield, which is their strongest component. Gave a few balls away that allowed Brentford to break quickly. But it took 3.5 minutes for Brentford to get on the board. And at that point, Liverpool's chasing a game. Brentford don't have a reason to push forward.
Right.
And still go on to go 3-1 up eventually.
Well, the good news there, Graham, is fear not. The fourth official was going to make sure Liverpool got all of the fucking
added
time they needed.
Nothing happened.
'Cause
and there was 7 minutes or some shit.
Well, in the first half, there was 5 minutes added, and it was in the 7th minute that they finally scored the goal. And it wasn't like there was a bunch of stalling going on. And it was
Right.
it just kind of seemed like, okay, Brentford cleared the ball. We're going to get Liverpool one more. Brentford cleared the ball. We're going to give Liverpool one. You know what? Brentford cleared it to about 10 yards shy of midfield. It didn't go over midfield, so we're going to give them one more shot.
Yeah.
And then it was like finally a goal, and then you're like, what the fuck?
Right. But that first thing, Ayer got the flick on from the long throw. You got Ouattara reacted well to get the ball past Mamardashvili, who, to be fair to him, was on his way over.
Yeah.
And had it not been for Ouattara's astute instincts, could have been cleared by the defender or Mamardashvili getting to the ball.
Yeah, of course.
To be honest, so it was very well done from Ouattara. And Liverpool did have a couple of chances in the first half as well. I mean, they just didn't take them. And Kelleher was excellent.
Yeah.
You know, he did have a fair few saves in this game. But then, they're pushing for this equalizer, and they leave themselves well open. And Kevin Schade, who's not short of pace by any means, against Van Dijk, who has no pace left, it seems,
Right.
was able to blow right past him and double Brentford's lead just before halftime.
Yep. And then, of course,
And then the more added time, you get the Kirkes goal to make it 2-1 at halftime, obviously, deep into first half stoppage time.
So I
and,
wanted-
and that ball, for me, as well, was a bit fortunate to get through the 6-yard box
Yeah.
to find its way to Kirkes anyway.
Right, precisely.
I think it went past 3 Brentford players. There was one neat little flick, I believe, I can't really remember, from Ekitike or whoever it was, to get it around the second Brentford defender. And the third one at that point had just fallen asleep, and Kirkes was able to steal in behind him.
So where I want to go next, and then you can kind of get back to goals that happened in the second half and how that all played out, because some of it actually ties into what I'm going to say, is unfortunately for Liverpool, the key pieces that you invested money into are all faltering right now. And we already know about the 2 outside backs that Kirkes and Frimpong really haven't bedded in. Kirkes is doing okay because he already has the Premier League experience. Frimpong is not doing well.
Yeah, Frimpong's not playing well at all.
At all, and to the point where he's not even getting on the pitch.
But to that point though, Connor Bradley was playing well last season.
Right.
When he was in for Trent Alexander-Arnold last year.
True.
So I thought personally it was Connor Bradley's to lose from the beginning. I thought Frimpong was going to be a backup, and then he started with Frimpong at the beginning of the season.
Right.
Then did that weird shit in the Champions League or League Cup maybe, where he it was Champions League, put Frimpong in Salah's position.
Yeah.
early on. It might have been League Cup. But it made absolutely no fucking sense. So I think there's a lot of different things going on here.
So we
but
already
finish.
So we already had that. And then do you look at the major signings, right? You know, Isaac, we've already kind of talked about the drama around that, and he really wasn't anything into this. I mean, obviously came on later, but for me, it's more Wirtz, right? Wirtz was the big signing. You got him early. You got a full training camp with him. I want to compare him, and I still have one other thing to do after this, but I want to do this topic first. Is if this was when this was Manchester United was Paul Pogba, the entire league, every supporter, every fan, every talking head was like, "Oh my God, the money that they wasted on Pogba! What a display! This is so terrible." Why is there no hate for other than them being like, well, he still needs to bet into the league? No, he's a world-class fucking player, and you spend a shit ton of money on him. Like,
So part of it, it's funny to laugh at Manchester United.
you know, of course,
Part
of course.
that. The other piece to that is, remember, Pogba was there
Right.
as a youth player,
left on
for
free,
free,
and they
then
bought him
they
back
bought him
for
for $100 million.
Yeah. Right.
So that is
Yeah.
you just admitted you're a fucking idiot,
Right.
and then he also still sucks.
Right.
Now
But-
he ended up coming good for them for a fair bit of time, and I think Florian Wirtz will as well. I mean, his performances have looked a bit more put together the last 2 or 3 games out.
But why not? You know, there should be critique on the fact that he has not
no,
bet in yet,
100%.
you know?
Yeah, no, he with a full preseason, and as much as he's featured for Germany playing against different systems and different types of people around the world over the last couple of years, he absolutely should be doing better than he is. Now, I think players sometimes underplay when you talk to them about it, how much their price tag is.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, when you see the headline of they spent $100 million or whatever, I think it was 116 on him, but whatever it is, right? 85 million pounds, and that plagued Nicolas Pepe for Arsenal with the 72 million club record signing.
Right.
We wanted him that bad,
Right.
and then he kind of stuttered,
Right.
and so those headlines start to pile up, and you got to think too. Professional athletes, while they may come across as humble, are absolute fucking winners. They've been winners their entire lives.
Yeah.
They are dedicated. They work hard. They get their head down.
There's a reason why they are where they are.
There's a reason why they are where they are. They are egotistical. And when they may say, I don't look at the papers, but when those headlines start piling up and your performances haven't turned anything back, the headlines can pile up, but if you have numbers to show it, you can write that off.
Yeah, the worst player
But if
in
you-
league. The worst player in League 2 is 10,000 times better than you will ever be.
Exactly.
That's what you need to
Yeah.
remember.
Right. So it's one of those where I think there's a few things going on, right? You know, the drama surrounding Isak's transfer, and who knows that Liverpool had a good core squad and people that have been there for a while.
And I'm about to get to those two as well, but please finish your thought there.
It's just anytime you add some of what could be, and I don't know this to be true, but anytime you add a bunch of players at once, and some, you know, maybe some players feel slighted, like he doesn't deserve that much money. What would we spend that on him for? Maybe they had previous experience with him, or you know, something like that. But you add these other egos into a squad that seemed pretty well balanced last season, could upset the apple cart in the dressing room.
Yeah. And then the other two that's worth talking about is Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk. While, yes, they are getting longer in the tooth and getting up there in age, let's face it, these are stalwarts for your club.
Absolutely.
You really can't let them walk away, right?
No,
You need-
absolutely.
you-
Not of the seasons they had.
You have to, especially they have now delivered you 2 Premier League trophies in what was over 4 or 5 years, right? Like you kind of need to make sure they're done right.
100%.
And, but also once you've done that, when they both come off with really slow, bad starts, and particularly in the case of Van Dijk, his very rough, aggressive, full throttle style of playing when you become a step slower, the things you used to get away with are blatantly obvious.
Oh yeah,
Which is the case of like
this penalty.
Like, remember, there's famously times where like we see pictures of him with spikes up going through somebody's ankle, and there was no VAR, so no one fucking caught it because he was just so quick and so aggressive and so good at it, right? That you just didn't see it.
And
right?
a lot of cases would win the ball
Yeah.
because he had that speed.
And
But
now,
now, you saw it with Shada's goal, right? It almost, there was a realization. It almost looks like a kind of, maybe not a tactical thing necessarily. It looks like an unwritten rule between them. Like, I don't have the legs anymore. You do the chasing back. Because Virgil van Dijk didn't even really try to chase Shada down.
Yeah.
Konate's supposed to be doing that from just how the play unfolded, right?
Right.
And it looked like he gave up about 25 yards from goal.
Konate ain't too terribly fast
And
either.
that's not great.
No.
But Virgil van Dijk stopped, I don't know, 9 yards before him
Yeah.
when that ball was played through. And when Konate gave up, I mean, he was completely one-on-one with Mamardashvili, who arguably could have done better. He got something on the ball on that shot. Shada didn't particularly do anything special with it or make Mamardashvili work for it. He gave him a little drop of the shoulder. He committed him, but he was still able to get a foot to it. And if you're going to be able to get a body part on a shot around the penalty spot, you probably should be saving it, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah. And then when we come to the penalty, I will say, color me shocked that they looked at it on VAR and realized that it was in the box and not outside the box. I am amazed.
It was on the line. It was one of those that was quite close to the line.
Yeah.
Like, it was very similar and forgive me for this, but it's the only example I can recently think of. The Saka penalty that was given last weekend.
Yeah.
That they judged he had gotten a piece of the ball.
Yes.
I think it was.
Right.
But it was a very similar situation where it was right on the edge of the box. But as we all know, the line is in play.
Yeah.
The ball must be over the entirety of the goal line because the line is part of the field.
Yeah.
The
Ball
must
needs to be completely
over the sideline
18.
or the end line or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? If, and then conversely with that, the line starts at the beginning of the line for the box.
Yeah. And it ends
At the
and
end
it
line.
needed to be out, and it wasn't.
And it
right?
wasn't.
Again, color me shocked. I'm amazed that they took it to VAR. Normally, we've seen it happen before, where that they go, oh yeah, we looked at it. It's outside the box. That like real quick check, like nothing to see here. You lose, move on.
Yeah.
But they get the penalty. They go up 3-1, and. Like you said, it was plus 7 minutes. I believe it was plus 12 when the whistle finally got fucking blown.
Yeah. Now, Salah obviously scores an absolute cracker of a goal fairly early on in stoppage time.
Yeah.
I think it was it might have been 88 minutes actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even into stoppage time yet. And then they had 7 or 8 minutes that was given as a minimum. It is for a minimum, remember?
Right, of course.
But it did feel like they were trying to give Liverpool some extra time there. I want to talk about Salah's goal for a second. I mean, that hurt my groin and my hamstring at the same time looking at him receive the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
But then for the ball to only bounce once, him to sort his feet out and then smash it with his wrong foot into the roof of the net. I mean, that's, and that's what's been kind of crazy about the start of the season, right? He scored the goal, against Bournemouth, and then he's had a penalty or two. This was his first goal from open play since that opening game of the season.
Yeah, which if you're going to win the league, you need him scoring goals.
Even when Dennis Bergkamp was slow as could be that last season of his career with Arsenal.
Yeah.
He was still fine in the back of the net because you don't just all of a sudden lose the fact that you're lethal, right? You don't just all of a sudden lose the ability to play fucking football.
Yeah.
Now, Van Dijk is in a situation where as a defender, if you lose a yard of pace, you can't teach speed.
Right.
And if somebody's faster than you, you are at a distinct disadvantage from the beginning.
And it's always strikers and wingers tend to have speed as their kind of ability. And typically defenders have their physicality, which contradicts that speed. And when you start to lose your step, like I said, it's suddenly those fouls become very noticeable.
Absolutely.
When you're just a hair
100%.
behind, people notice it more.
But Salah got himself into positions where he should have scored earlier in the game.
Oh, absolutely.
There
And
was
still
one he
couldn't
cut
put it
in from
away.
the left. He was about 22 yards out, maybe. And that's at least working the goalkeeper last season, minimum. If not, in the back of the net or hitting the post and beat the goalkeeper, right? This game, he shot it into fucking Rose Z.
Yeah, precisely.
Right? It's so you don't just all of a sudden lose that, which makes me think that there's other things at play.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said earlier, there's egos that came in, right? With all this, we have to have Isak after we signed Ekitike. How happy could Ekitike be that they just dropped another 100-odd million on this fucking guy? You just signed me for 60 or whatever it was.
Right. I thought
I was the fucking guy. Yeah. I thought I was the one. Yeah. And then to have that start to the season only to be replaced by him. Mm-hmm. So how much did that upset the apple cart? He came earlier. Did him and Salah create a bond before Isak showed up? How is Isak's ego? He was obviously a piece of shit to force the move. Right. It was fairly unprofessional. He started training with his old club.
Yeah. So does he walk into that building thinking I'm fucking king
I'm hot shit. Yeah. Doing this. How much does that do? We saw Soboslai with that goal they gave up. I think it was to Chelsea, yelling at Mohamed Salah on the field.
Yeah.
Right. You didn't track back.
Right.
Right. You didn't cover this guy, and that pass broke us down.
Yeah.
Right. So there's obviously something going on here. And then I will say again, and I can't stress this enough. Salah and Van Dijk specifically, because that's who we're talking about with the biggest issues, were two of the players seemingly most affected by Diogo Jota's death.
Yeah, yeah.
And grief comes in many different ways.
Yeah.
How many times... when I played for PG Community College, my center back partner and good friend at the time off the pitch, Frank, passed away.
Yeah.
Got in a car accident, hit his head off a tree, was in a coma for 7 days. I was a pallbearer at his funeral in this country, and I gave his eulogy for the team.
Yeah.
As the captain of the team. And I wasn't right for a good few months playing.
Yeah.
Right? I was 19 years old. I didn't know what to do. I lost my friend.
Right, precisely.
Right?
Yeah.
He was 27 years old. He had a wife and all that stuff. He had come over recently from Jamaica and was, enrolled in school and had college eligibility in the States, so he was able to play with us. And I just remember just being torn up. Like every time I laced my boots up, as we sat next to each other in the changing room, we did all of those things together. Right. We rode in each other's car to get food. Immediately, after the last class before training started, we would go to Bojangles fucking every day.
Right.
They took me to a couple Caribbean spots that they frequented, little hole in the wall places don't even show up on Google. And it was fucking excellent. It was a lot of the places the Africans took us to too.
Oh yeah.
Kind of spots where they're not really listed as proper restaurants. They were fucking phenomenal food. Right. The first couple times give you the shits because you gotta get your stomach used to it.
Oh yeah, of course.
But it was all right. Flavor was there, and I remember the first few times I laced my boots up. I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be here. I want him here.
Right.
Like, this sucks.
Yeah.
And my performances waned for a bit.
Right.
Until I figured out how to do it for him.
Right.
Rather than be sad he wasn't part of it. Right. And I found my form again and everything was fine. And these players will figure out how to do that. But that tragedy, coupled with the potential egos, all the summer drama, surrounding Isak specifically, the potential offense caused to Ekitike and the disruption of that front line. There's so many reasons they could be misfiring, right? Van Dijk just looks like he's just old. But couple that with the loss of your friend and like I don't really want to be here, and then Konate, he looks like he forgot how to play football. To be fair,
true.
It's just it's like there's so many things attacking this Liverpool squad. We talk about it in our business, right? Yeah. You got weed being legal. You got grocery prices through the roof. You got now gas prices recently have come down a little, but they are still fairly high in some places. You have all the furloughs, which our areas never really experienced.
Oh, right, of
right?
course,
Because
yeah.
there are all these government contractors we have around here. You have all these things. 2%, 2%, 2%, 2% of our business is down as liquor salesmen. All of a sudden, you find yourself fucking 12% down. You're like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
It's death by 1,000 paper cuts.
Exactly.
And that could be what's happening to this Liverpool squad.
Well,
is death by 1,000 paper cuts.
We wonder if they're going to be able to get it back together, and it's not going to be any easier because next they host Villa, and Villa is seemingly getting it right. And I gotta say, I don't think I don't think
Welcome to the conversation.
anybody's surprised. I don't think anybody's surprised Villa was able to beat City at home.
We're just surprised
They've done
on
it
who
before.
scored.
They've done it
Yeah, for real.
before.
I wasn't. I mean, that was a brilliant strike, by the way.
They practiced that one.
Yeah, that's-
They practiced that one.
That is something I wanted to say. The
What a
commentators,
fucking goal.
the commentators were like, "Oh, that wasn't that they didn't practice that on the training ground."
Zero respect to Matty Cash. Zero respect to the effort.
I think they absolutely practiced that on the training ground because off a short corner, somebody is not putting the ball out to the front of the 18 on the ground, right? In the air they may, but on the ground, unless they're expecting someone
To be there.
to be at that spot.
And he
I am
hustled. You
convinced.
see him just take off, and he doesn't look at anything until the last second. It's like, I'm here, ball's there, bam, we're gone.
Yeah. With his wrong foot as well.
Yeah.
City did start the game well, but Villa grew into it very quickly.
And the minute they got that goal, they were like, "Oh, we're
yeah.
gonna fuck with you
I
today."
think
And City never got it going after that.
Nope.
That initial 5 minutes, City was okay.
Yeah.
And then Villa said, fuck you, man.
No, you're good. Keep on.
Well, no, it's as that game continued, you could see Villa get their old swagger back, Mel. They looked like that team that was just like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna beat up on you. We're gonna fuck with you. We're just gonna keep knocking you around. We're just like, we're gonna make this game ugly. You're not gonna like it. Oh, by the way, Holland, you're not gonna touch the ball at all."
Well,
Well, 2 of his balls touched something.
Bro, that happened.
when you earlier said, I hurt my groin, my head went, wait a match. Did we talk about groin hurting?
Bro, you know what the worst part was? So these games kicked off simultaneously, Arsenal and City.
Right, of course.
That happened to Gabrielle about 2 minutes before it happened to Holland. So we're all in the pub in New Orleans, right?
Right.
And they've got all the games on TV. And everybody's looking at Gabrielle going, oh, fuck. And then the City guys that were watching the City game went, oh, fuck, look at this one. And it's like everybody's nuts are bursting. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Just stay
It
humble.
was horrific.
That was humbling.
Mel, I do want to find out in like your conversations with the fan groups and stuff like that. What's the thought process of Jadon Sancho coming in as the sub and then being subbed out before the game was over and snubbing Emery when Emery like tried to bring him over to talk to him?
There's a lot of people that aren't happy with Emery right now, and they're just a bunch of little bitches. And so I've actually snoozed the Villa group, and I've just been going in and checking after matches because I had no idea how emotional Englishmen were.
Oh, they're very emotional.
It's a respect thing.
Right.
You came on, obviously you came on for an injury, so I wasn't planning to put you on
Right.
yet.
Right.
But I didn't think Sancho played that bad, to be completely fair.
He didn't.
I didn't think it was horrible, so subbing him out could be, he feels it's disrespectful, obviously, which is why
There was
he
a
snubs
reason
Emery.
for it, and you just,
But there's a reason
gotta
for
trust
it.
the process.
Well, and for me, I have a feeling Emery was trying to pull him over to go like,
This is why I did this.
son, you played well. We're up 1-0. I need defense
It's the
on the
75th
pitch.
minute or whatever.
I
yeah.
need defenders. Like I I need defenders.
Speaking of defenders,
I need to see this match out.
how about that Pau Torres clearance? And did you see him celebrate it like a goal?
Oh yeah.
It was nerve wracking, right? Because it was going towards your own net, but he skied it over the bar, obviously on purpose. But then he just,
Yeah. Yeah. It was.
There was a lot of heavy pressing, and when we did finally score, it was because we had been pushing so hard. But there was at one point where City just kept, and we were on the offense, and City just kept pushing us back and back and back on our heels. They were relentless.
This looked like the Villa of the last couple of seasons.
A little sloppy, but we got the job done, and City had all the finesse and all the perfection, and Villa still outplayed them.
So two more things, one for you, Graham, and then one for you, Mel.
Yes.
Graham first, because I'm going to end on you, Mel.
Okay.
Graham, for City, has it become a complete reliance on Haaland? Because it kind of feels like it has.
I'm not sure that I necessarily believe that yet, but I think there are underperforming pieces, right? Phil Foden contributed. Well, last season didn't play very much, but the season before obviously contributed a ton of goals. Grealish the season before, ton of goals.
Yeah.
The Savinho was supposed to do better than that. Doku was supposed to have been working on his finishing and started the season fairly well. Right. The last few games they haven't really been able to do that.
It just seems like they're living off of what Haaland does. Like if Haaland scores, they can win.
And I'm not bringing it up to say that you're wrong, Mel, because the possession, not possession, but the total shots showed that they kind of dominated the game. Possession was only 6% difference. Total shots, they had 18 total shots, 4 of those 18 on target. So less than 25%, right? Villa had 9, 3 on target. So 33%.
Yeah.
And only 1 shot difference on target. So really the chances were even.
Yeah.
And the possession was just about even, 47 to 53. So while that means they had a lot of pointless possession. And they gave the ball away in midfield before the final third, or rushed it up the field and then blasted it to fucking nowhere. So while City looks good doing it,
They started getting handsy after halftime.
It's a
They
lot of
were getting
pointless shit.
frustrated.
yeah, absolutely.
Mel, really, the thing I wanted to mention to you and have you talk about was honestly the biggest difference in the Villa team. Kamara and Onana on the pitch together finally.
Yeah.
Both of them healthy.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Why,
That is huge.
Why could City not really can make anything happen?
It was cute. It was cute watching Onana and Haaland together.
Oh, Nana was fucking with him a lot. He was fucking with him a lot.
It was cute. It was really, really cute.
So, Mel, Graham was...
As one player, I think could give Haaland a run for his money in the old fisticuffs.
So, Mel, you heard Graham talking about the liquor business and how things are going down. So in a depressed market, what should you always do?
Oh, cash is king.
And it's sexy.
Yeah, it is. The Tyne and the Ware both had at the death wins. And at this rate, the Derby in December, maybe an early preview for who gets into Europe.
Yeah, right.
Sunderland 2, Chelsea 1, Newcastle 2, Fulham 1. Black Cats come back from being down early at Stamford Bridge. Holy fuck, Sunderland.
Listen, Sunderland had the first chance within 90 seconds, which kind of showed their intent for the game, right?
We're here to fucking play. We ain't scared.
But it was Chelsea that got the goal, right? It was Garnacho scored with 13 minutes in or whatever it was, 14 minutes in, something like that, around there. And Chelsea pressed, though, but never iced their advantage. They could not get past anything that Sunderland were putting out. I heard something today, and I couldn't really figure out how to articulate it, but it was great. One of the pundits I listened to, Sunderland didn't have the ball, but were in complete control.
Yeah.
Right? They ushered Chelsea into areas where they were uncomfortable, and then hit them on the break after winning possession because they didn't want to be in those positions to begin with, right? And that's what they did. They were in control of the game without the ball, which is a really fucking hard thing to do. But they did it. They managed it, and it was absolutely a brilliant performance from Sunderland. And they trusted their players.
Here's one thing I have to say is with Reggie Debris, the head coach, when the subs make the impact and ultimately be why you win a game, right? Because it was a sub to a sub for that pass, for the goal, to the win, right? The build up all the way with the ball down the field, the hold up play, the pass, all of that. That is sub to sub. All that says is that your manager, or like the losing manager, Maresca, can only look across the box and go,
well done.
You beat me today.
Yeah.
You beat me today. Like, you made adjustments to the game that changed the game. And this is a game we should be winning easily in our building against a newly promoted side. And like you said, they had the game was in their hand. They had it the whole time.
Even though they didn't have the ball.
Yeah.
The game was in their hands
the whole time.
They moved as a unit. They ushered Chelsea into places that made them uncomfortable. They won the ball, and those passes, that movement to get to break, right? It looks like it may be by accident. Like, oh, fortunate, here he is. That's planned, man.
Oh yeah.
They have to move as a unit to do that, and they played the perfect ball.
Yeah.
Every time to get those 2 goals. The other thing that's funny, you say that
when they won a ball and went into transition, it was perfect every time. Midfielders were exactly where they needed to be.
It reminds me of the time Mike Dean celebrated playing advantage in Arsenal Tottenham and the player scoring from the advantage he played. When you say, like, you know, obviously there's players, you know, Guimaraes, who we're going to talk about coming up here shortly, you know, just takes the game by the scruff of the neck and does what he does, or, you know, whatever. And there's a moment of brilliance or a very exciting thing that happens. But you hear, that when a coach changes a game, right, and that happens, and you're like, oh man, you know, blah blah blah. I just like the outsiders getting involved. It just makes me think of that Dino celebrating that advantage is pretty funny.
The roller coaster that is Chelsea. You beat fucking Liverpool and then you lose at home to Sunderland.
Yeah. Yeah, but that happens.
Hey, no red cards
for once. That's first time in 6 games or something ridiculous.
It just
But that's what happens when you have this high turnover rate, right?
Yeah.
That's what happens when you have all these young players and you're rotating your squad, this, that, and the other.
Yeah,
there's no continuity with them. They all might know the system, but if you haven't played in 3 games, are you up to speed?
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that comes with how they do it. They're good enough to finish in 5th.
Yeah.
But they're not going to challenge for anything.
Right.
You know, they're built to win tournaments.
Yeah. They look like a team that could be in Champions League again and next year could win Champions League. But like you said, they're built to win tournaments. They're not built to win a 38-game season. They just aren't. And I think the coach is okay with how he manages this team, and I don't think the front office really fucking minds it all that much, to be quite honest with you. And not to be outdone, at the very same time, Newcastle goes and gets a late winner as well. It feels like while there were down times, because we'll get into Fulham in the second half in a moment, but I want to kind of talk Newcastle first. It feels like they're starting to figure out life without Isak. Voltamata is definitely bedded in, but Alenga has really started to kind of get the hang of it, and Gordon's healthy. It seems,
but it's still Jacob Murphy that's getting the that's getting the plaudits.
Oh yeah,
Alenga started the season fairly well. Had a little bit of a creaky little injury.
Yeah, but it feels like it's starting to come together.
But Jacob Murphy's taking his chance when he came back in.
Yep.
So that's starting to build the depth that Newcastle need to really compete on all fronts, right?
Yeah.
Because you then have, him doing well, but then you have Alenga, and Alenga's a much scarier proposition on paper for an opposition, right? And Voltamata's taken to this league like a fish in water.
Yeah.
Where Isaac, seems like he still needs time to get used to English football,
Yeah.
even though he's played here for 2 years.
Exactly. Well, I would also say, though, for Newcastle.
That was for you guys. You're welcome, Alan.
But also for Newcastle as well, they are playing, Champions League this year as well. It feels like they have the depth. It feels like they have the rotation. Everyone is, obviously, knock on wood, is actually fucking healthy for the most part, right? Like, it just felt like they needed that drama to be over with. And I
Right.
know they're still not in the top 10, but you kind of look at them and you say, all right, Villa did it. Now you're going to do it too. Because Villa's now in fucking 7th, right? Like,
Yeah.
don't look now. And you kind of feel like, you know what? Newcastle's going to rattle off a couple more, and then we're going to see Newcastle in 6th, 7th place and going, okay. Yeah, those two teams that we thought would be battling and challenging Spurs and Chelsea for the final Champions League spots, they're back.
Right.
Here they are.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. And don't forget, Chelsea are in the Champions League this season.
Right, I mentioned that, yeah.
As well, yeah. They're doing okay.
Yeah.
But I say they're a team built for tournaments.
Yeah.
But when you look here at what Newcastle's doing, you need that depth, right, to fight on all fronts.
Oh, yeah.
And last season, we saw a couple of times, them kind of spurt and sputter at certain situations.
Yeah.
They've added Voltamata. They've got Visa to still come up, who hasn't even played for them
Hasn't
yet.
even played a minute yet.
Because he's been hurt since his transfer. Wonder how he passed the medical, by the way. Seems dodgy, if you ask
very
me.
much so.
But you have Alanga came in and started the season well. You had that elevated Murphy's game even more than it was last season. You've got Anthony Gordon and Harvey Barnes. Both are scoring goals.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Both of them have done things.
Yep.
It's all to play for Newcastle, and then you have Guimaraes, who wanted to leave,
Yeah.
still playing for the shirt, still figuring it out, and looks like maybe wants to stay now because everything's going swimmingly.
So here's the thing. Before we get to Guimaraes' goal, here's my kind of interpretation of this second half. Fulham were the better side for a lot of it.
Yeah.
And they were really pushing the narrative. And it seems like, I know he's still being used in subs and he's still getting his feet, but feels like Kevin's starting to fucking figure out what he's doing, man.
Yeah.
And he looks like he's going to be a very dangerous proposition once he figures out the pace of this play.
Marco Silva needs to
he is
use him
getting
from
there.
the start for a fucking game soon.
I think he does. I think that needs to happen very soon too. But he's an absolute difference maker, and it looks like he can be a flat out certified big time star for like a mid-table club, like one of those
Absolutely.
guys. He could be a Semedo type where everybody's like, oh, we have to go buy that guy.
Yeah.
He has all the build to be that guy. And the only thing Fulham couldn't do was score a fucking second goal.
Yeah.
They
exactly.
really pushed. They were pushing the narrative, and then your boy Guimaraes just decided, nah, I'm gonna win this.
Yeah, exactly right. But it was a very long rebound that Leno gave up. As a goalkeeper, I personally, as an outfield player, would look at my goalkeeper and go, bro, you gotta hold on to that. Mm-hmm. You got to do something different with that. Gave up a long rebound, and Guimaraes reacted first. His rebound cleared his first line of defense. Mm-hmm. That was in the box with him, and Guimaraes just snatched onto the end of it, and that was the day.
Yeah,
But we talked about it, kind of a little bit with Arsenal there, in the first segment, extending their lead. These are the ugly things you have to do to win games.
yeah.
It's not pretty. It's not the build-up play. It's not, all the sexy, one touch, big, beautiful blonde man bicycle kick fucking from
Right.
the edge of the 18 into the top corner, hitting both posts,
Right, yeah.
kind of thing.
Right.
It's this fucking, it's a follow-up to a rebound. That's what wins you things and gets you into the big tourney.
Yeah. Also, don't look now. Fulham just outside of the drop. They've been on a little bit of a slide. I feel like they'll
Absolutely
be
not
okay.
worried about them at all.
Right. Yeah. As well.
It's not even a concern.
But it is worth noting, right? That,
oh, yeah, no, they're there, but they'll be fine. I really believe they'll be fine.
But I gotta say, like, Newcastle's starting to figure it out, much like how Villa's starting to figure it out. And it just makes all of us as neutrals, and I'm sure for both, the Black Cats and for Newcastle are just starting to rub their hands like the meme guy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going, Tyne-Wear,
I
man.
can't wait. I can't fucking wait.
Tyne-fucking-Wear right in my veins.
Even the Newcastle are in 12th.
We're rounding out the rest of the league, so that happened. Leeds 2, West Ham 1, Manchester United 4, Brighton 2, Arsenal 1, Palace 0, Bournemouth 2, Forest 0, Burnley 3, Wolves 2, Spurs 3, Everton 0. In a result that absolutely nobody was surprised by, Leeds won at Ellen Road. We both said it on Injury Time. Leeds was winning this game. I guarantee you every Leeds supporter looked at that and went, we're going to win that game. And I bet you every West Ham supporter looked at that and went, we're going to lose that game. Like,
5,
just not
6,
surprising at all.
7.
What are we counting
8.
off?
I had a 6-game parlay for my bet. I made it 8 just because I promised myself I would add in whoever's playing West Ham to win and over 1.5.
Over 1.5.
So I had a very conservative, for me, 6-game parlay.
Yeah, made it
I made it 8 because that's
of that.
a fucking ringer.
Yeah, no
Guaranteed.
shit.
Not ringer, a banker. That's guaranteed.
For Leeds, this is good. This is exactly what you need to do in your building. If you are going to survive, you need to beat the teams who could potentially be in and around you. West Ham is one of those teams that now Leeds can look at and go, I think we can finish above you.
The best,
That's what they got to do.
the worst part for West Ham, right? But was also the worst part for West Ham was the start, right? You did not need to concede early.
No.
At all. That's terrible. The best part, though, was this time their shoulders didn't drop. They actually came to play.
Yeah.
Paquetá had an equalizing goal ruled out for offside. That changed them a little, but they still seemed to try to play the game.
Yeah.
So Nuno's motivation and organization seemed to kind of take hold, because I honestly thought that it was really an Areola mistake for the second goal, right? I thought West Ham could have gotten themselves back in the game. For Leeds, I knew they were going to win the game prior to as well. Yeah. I thought that also. I was encouraged by the performance, that it seems like Nuno's ideas are starting to take hold, and the confidence he's instilling in the team is starting to take hold. That does not necessarily translate to confidence on the pitch.
Right.
And I think their confidence is at such a low that Leeds were able to take advantage inside the first 17 minutes or whatever it was to win the fucking game before it really got started. But you add in the deflation of the offside or whatever it was that ruled out Paquetá's goal. I was just happy for West Ham fans that their team didn't just throw in the towel, because Leeds' goalkeeper was still needed in the game.
Right at the end,
times.
too. Yeah, right at the end.
A fair few times.
Yeah.
Which means that West Ham kept pushing.
Yeah.
Right? So at least they didn't quit this time, which they did last game. Last time out, they did quit. We saw them shoulders
at
drop,
home?
and they
Yeah.
fucked it off.
Their fans quit. Everybody quit that one.
Here they tried, and that's encouraging.
Final question, we'll move on to the next match. Do we think Nuno's already in trouble?
Nah.
No? Okay.
Nah.
Very
I
good.
don't.
All right. United get 3 in a row. Now, here's my big question. Is it Amarin's system finally taking hold, or is it just the overall talent of the players just going, fuck it, we got to figure out a way to win some fucking games?
With a front line of Bruno, Mbuemo, Cunha, and Šeško, there is, around 240 million pounds of talent, probably a little more than that.
Yeah.
You should be able to fucking figure it out.
Yeah.
And they did, but they tried to bugger it up.
Oh, yeah. They kept letting fucking Brighton right back into it, man. And when it comes to Brighton, the only thing that is consistent about Brighton right now is their fucking inconsistency. That's
Yeah.
it. It's
But
the
that-
only thing that's
But
consistent
again,
about
it's
them.
like Chelsea. That's what's going to happen when you rotate these players in and you have all these young guys and do this, that. They're very talented, but they could have an off day easily.
Yeah.
They could miss an assignment fairly easily because they haven't played in 3 games or, what have you. But obviously, Cunha got the game started with a very precise strike. His first goal for the club. That's huge. I think you're going to see him start scoring fairly frequently.
Yeah, agreed.
Now
agreed.
that has kind of the same thing that happened with Mbeumo. He finally scored that first goal, week 3 or whatever it was. He's been scoring fairly consistently since then.
Yeah.
As
Except for
a
against
result,
Grimsby.
as a result of that confidence. You also have to add in the massive deflection Casemiro's strike took.
Oh, yeah.
And how deflating that can be
Oh, yeah. That can just completely take it out of your
for
sails.
a team, especially when it doubles the lead. That's horrific. I can't think of anything worse, to be completely fair, unless somebody got a red immediately after that.
Right.
But this was kind of uncharacteristically very sloppy in midfield for Brighton. They gave the ball away a fucking boatload of times
Yes,
that turned
they
into
did.
direct chances.
Yes, they
so
did.
like Mbeumo's winner, I turned around. I wrote here. I said, obviously the header from Castula started squeaky bum time, right?
Yeah.
But a good counter. Can it be a counterattack if you win the ball inside the half of your
Yeah.
attacking half?
Exactly.
But it was a giveaway.
yeah.
And it was still very quick. Boom, boom, balls in the back of the net. So technically, it kind of looked like a counterattack.
But it would really.
But you didn't make it beyond midfield. So what? I'm in your half.
Right.
I can't
precisely.
counterattack. I'm just
Yeah,
attacking at this point.
Exactly. The final thought I had with Brighton was
Good for Danny Welbeck to get a goal.
oh yeah.
Is that your final thought?
I mean, well, the thought was going to be how much longer is he going to be able to keep doing it, right?
Saving
They're gonna
Brighton?
need, right? Yeah, they're going to need
Another forward.
It can't be him. It can't always be him. Like at some point, the tank's going to run out of gas, man. Like all the credit to him. He's on my fantasy team. Keep scoring goals, mate. I love it. But little getting like. The Greek kids, they need to be getting bet in quick, right? Very quick. Arsenal for now find themselves top of the league. They've got a nice point lead on the teams that are probably going to be competing for the title. They only have a 4-point lead at the top because of, but that's not a team we're going to see competing with them at the end of the season.
Correct.
But the thing I have to say are any of us surprised that it was Eze that scored the goal?
No,
It was
absolutely
almost
not.
like we all knew the soccer gods were going to have Eze score the goal.
One of the
You
first
knew it.
things I put on my real money bet was Eze to score or assist. Because it always happens, especially with a
You knew it.
high-profile transfer.
You knew it.
It
you
always
knew it was going to
happens.
happen.
Yeah. There's not much to say about the game, to be completely fair. It was a functional, boring win from Arsenal. The goal itself was exciting. It was a actually very difficult skill that Eze had to achieve to score that goal, which is why you saw him come off the ground first. The ball was in a very weird position, too high to really kick it, too low to really head it with any power, and also too far out. He's not known for his heading ability either.
Yeah.
So to jump to get his knee over the ball and caress it, with enough pace to take it past the goalkeeper was absolutely fantastic.
I figure for you, it's not sexy. You'll take 29 more of those, though.
The fucking 100%.
29 more of those, and you won the fucking league. So
That-
it doesn't have to be exciting. It just needs to be fucking wins.
Listen, I wrote 3 sentences. My second sentence is, it ain't pretty, but who fucking cares? It's been too long, and we just need it.
Yeah, exactly. And the
So,
one
but-
thought I would say with Palace, and then please with your thought, it really does look like Palace is starting to tire. Like that, the workload's a lot.
They're still in 10th with a +3.
I mean, they're going. We know they're going to be fine. We know they're going to be fine. We know they're going to probably be somewhere between 8th and 12th. They're going to have a shout at European competition. They may have another good cup run. They may win the Conference League, right? Like
I think they have a good shot at that.
So-
although they did have a setback on Thursday, but I think they have a good shot at winning it.
But you can also tell in the league, it's starting to be a lot. You can tell. You can tell it's starting to be a lot. You know, they're not doing what a lot of those type of teams do when they go to Europe, which is start the season in fucking 18th place.
Right.
Right.
Now, I think what you're going to see from them is a little bit of spending in January. They're going to need some reinforcements because they're not very deep.
No.
And these players are being asked to play both
competitions.
competitions, and it's starting to wear on them with all the travel, especially in the Conference League. You go to some far-flung fucking places.
And with Mark Gaze said he's not coming. He's not re-signing with them. He won't.
Correct.
So
He
they
will leave.
have to find another center back.
Yeah.
Have
So
to.
what I see here, and really this is the only talking point because the game itself was a bit boring, as I said, is you've got Arsenal in 22, Bournemouth, who, again, aren't really going to be competing at the end of the year. You're not really going to worry about on 18. Tottenham, all right, fine. We've got a 5-point lead on Tottenham. Sunderland, we're not worried about. They're going to wane at some point, I'm
Right.
sure.
Of course.
You got a 6-point lead on City, a 6-point lead on Manchester United, and a 7-point lead on Liverpool,
That's massive.
and a 7-point lead on Villa.
Yeah, that is fucking massive.
That's huge. We still have Kai Havertz to come back from injury, Gabriel Jesus to come back from injury. You still have Nani Madueke to come back from injury and Martin Odegaard to come back from injury. We look prime for this to be our year. And without sounding like too much of a dickhead, Carly asked me on the plane after Rob's birthday weekend this weekend what I wanted to do for my 40th and where I wanted to go. My birthday is May 17th. You know where the fuck I want to go?
Be in London.
Fucking title parade.
Yeah.
I want to be in London for the fucking title parade for my 40th birthday.
Yeah. I think
And
that'd be
there is no
phenomenal.
better fucking chance for it to happen than now.
Yep. I agree.
Just keep fucking going.
Agreed.
I don't care if it's 1-0 and 20% possession for the rest of the season. Look like Sean Dyche is managing us.
Just
I don't
win.
care.
Just keep winning.
Win 1 fucking 0 every goddamn
Yeah,
day.
29 more of them. 29 more, we're hoisting the fucking trophy.
Brother.
That's all it needs to be.
Come on.
And speaking of the Cherries, they keep doing what they do, which is they dominated the
This
fucking
was
Vitality. They
The
just
most
dominate.
professional win I've ever seen them put together.
Yeah. And this is no condemnation on Sean Dyche and what he is going to do for Forest. They just,
Listen,
part of hard fucking building to play in, and you're like, just, yeah.
I'm going to read this to you verbatim. A pretty fun game to watch. Petrovic was excellent and needed to be, as Forrest put together their best performance in, I don't know, about 47 days. That's pretty good.
Yep.
But Bournemouth were fantastic. Tavernier obviously scoring direct from a corner. I think that might have been a foul on Matt Sells. He got pushed, in my opinion.
There were a few of those this weekend,
Yeah.
I think.
I think he got pushed 2 times. Eli Krupi, though, after, was it Semenyo or somebody get rugby tackled in the middle of the field, Eli Krupi goes on his lonesome run and absolutely hammered a ball. For Matt Sells, I think he had it covered until it hit the ground about 6 inches in front of his hand, which was a perfect fucking strike.
Oh, yeah.
From Eli Krupi. He's absolutely brilliant to that left-hand post. But Forrest looked much better than they had under Ange at all. They looked put together. They looked organized. They just looked like they needed a bit more time.
Yeah.
Right?
And
But
they're going to look very good against against United at the City Ground this weekend. They may lose the game, but they're
I
going to
think-
look good.
I think they're going to look like Bournemouth looked against them in the coming weeks. It'll be professional job, nothing fancy. We're just going to get it done, right? And Bournemouth are already in that place because they have the continuity with their manager, right? You see, Sean Ange said it was going to take 3 hours. They'll be doing my thing by Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
You actually see Forrest now looking like they've taken on Sean Dyche's ideas 3 days after he took charge.
Yeah.
Like
I don't
this is
know
what
because
Ange
it's
promised.
I don't know
and it
because it's
just didn't
very
show up.
similar to what fucking Nuno did.
Yeah, I
That's
feel
why it's gonna work well.
I feel way more encouraged by the performance, even though the result didn't go well. I see way more encouragement in Forrest's performance, and I don't actually I didn't tip them for relegation. Obviously, didn't know Nuno was going to get fired.
Right.
But I don't. Obviously, we've been worried about that.
Yeah.
The last couple of weeks, I think they may find themselves escaping that trouble.
Yeah, it's not gonna be easy.
Nah.
Like I said, we're going to.
They have good players there. This is probably the best overall squad he's ever worked with.
Oh God, yes. This is better than any of the Everton squads he had. Certainly
Well,
better.
yeah, because
than any of the
fucking
Burnley
what's his name,
squads.
Mashiri couldn't or wouldn't spend any money.
Right,
Both,
precisely.
really.
Yeah. It was speaking with Burnley there. Burnley win at the death, but they gave away a 2-goal lead in the process against a team they probably should have put to bed after going up 2-0.
Yeah, but remember it's at the Molineux,
Yeah,
right?
I know.
And they're trying to jeer the fans up. They started booing, and Wolves responded to the boos.
Yeah.
Right? They
gotta-
did. They responded to the boos. They went, oh shit, they're fucking mad at us again, and they raised their game.
Got a couple goals right before the half. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I mean, almost inch perfect that free kick from Arias in the second half, and they could have walked away 3-2 winners.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
and
fair
I just
dues.
and I feel like
Dubravka pulled off a couple
yeah.
of phenomenal saves. A couple of phenomenal saves. Wolves weren't without their chances.
yeah, and
That's for sure.
I
But
also
they're missing something creative.
Yeah, they are.
They're missing Cunha.
yeah, it's
They're
exactly
missing
what they're
that
missing.
presence.
And it just doesn't seem like Wolves can fucking win, man. They seem completely lost in that regard. But also,
And I
like,
don't know what's going on with their goalkeeping situation, but things are not well.
things
are not well.
No, they're fans booing the team and like kind of going at Pereira, being like, "You're being fired in the morning." Like,
It ain't his fault. This ain't his fault.
this ain't his fault. The other thing too, though, is what did you want them to do in that scenario? Did you just want them to get the point and see it out? Or did you want them to try to finally fucking win a game? And that's what Pereira had them do. We're in our building. It's 2-2. We're going to go for the win. Because a point doesn't get us out of the relegation zone. And a loss doesn't matter. We're still where we are. But a win is at least the win. Like, so he went for it. And then the supporters are all yelling at him like, he had the gumption to walk up to them all, you know, but he had to be pulled away from one of his players because, like, what the fuck you expect this guy to do? Your ownership ain't doing nothing for you. Like, fuck off, man.
And they said you sold the team, so sell the club. Like
Yeah.
they had held up that banner, or it was one of the chants or something.
Yeah, but don't be giving it on Pereira. Pereira's trying to do
He's
everything.
doing the best he can, and the performances are better over the last few weeks. They just can't get over the line.
He's fucking thirsty, man. He wants a
He
fucking
wants
pint.
pints.
Like, you don't think he doesn't want to win? He wants fucking pints.
Let me tell you something. If he holds true to the saying, first the points, then the pints, great. That just means he hasn't had a pint. This motherfucker's been drinking, though. This has been a hard start to the season.
Yes, it has.
He's getting
been.
some whiskey down him, maybe some Bucky. You don't know. You don't know. Wolverhampton's a dark place.
So the final match, the final match of the weekend.
Look at Danny and
Yeah.
how he behaves.
Yeah, true. Very interesting because it was the exact opposite of what Spurs and Everton have been for the past couple of seasons. This was a match where Everton had a lot of the possession. Everton had a lot of the impetus. 2 fucking set pieces, and they're down 2-0 at halftime.
Yeah.
Now, first and
And
foremost,
Van der Ven as well, who doesn't score many goals.
fuck you, John Champion. Fuck you. The first fucking corner. What does he say? He goes, well, Everton haven't conceded a corner kick this entire season so far. Promptly,
Dare I say, a Sam Houston special.
bang! Promptly, the most beautiful corner ever taken with the most beautiful backhand to the middle
hold on.
with the
Besides-
most beautiful fucking finish ever.
Besides Tavernier scoring directly from a corner,
Yeah.
the second most beautiful corner ever taken.
It was the most perfect. Like when you think of how a corner kick should look, like Cunha puts up a perfect ball long. Buonanotte, right? Was it? Yeah. Not Buonanotte.
No, he plays for Chelsea.
Yeah.
He wasn't on the field.
Starts with a B. God, why am I forgetting his name? Sorry.
Bentancur?
Bentancur.
Rodrigo
Fucking,
Bentancur?
Bentancur. Fucking perfect header right back in to Van der Sar. Perfect header in the back of
Van der
that.
Ven.
Van der Ven.
Van der Sar was
Sorry.
a Dutch goalkeeper. Played for
all over the
Manchester
place.
United.
Yeah,
You're
I'm all over
really
the place.
upset.
I am. But it was perfect, right? Then it looked like Everton got it back, right? And I have zero issue with the call. You know what? I'm fine with it. Something I have said already a lot this season, and I think bears repeating. I'm fine if you're making that call. If you're making that call all the time. And we all know you won't and you don't.
Well, we already saw it with Matt Sells in Tavernier's corner.
Yeah.
Right? In a game previous to this, that they didn't make a call for a goalkeeper clear out. And now you see it here, and then I'm sure you want to talk about the one on the other end of the field.
So if and I understand the calls were different, right? So the call against Everton that ruled out the goal was offsides by interference, right? But what is interference? Interference is, congestion or potentially even a foul to slow up a keeper.
It did look like there was a bit of a touch on him, and a little hold.
So then Van der Ven scores again on a header, but mind you, he does a full stiff arm that moves Pickford out of the way. Like legitimately, he's in front of him, and it moves him to his left as he heads the ball in.
Mm-hmm.
It directly impacted the keeper from being able to make a play on the ball, and then what I expected to see in that Liverpool Brentford match with the Van Dijk foul is exactly what happened here. They VAR went, nothing to see here. Let's keep it moving. And you're just like you're not even
looking at it. Yeah.
If ever a ref should be I'm full hand out and pushed I'm very fine with the first thing being ruled out, but then turn around and okay, we've decided in this very game, we are protecting the keepers. Then don't not protect the other keeper at the other end when it happens. If this is the rules you've established, if this is how you've established you're going to call a game, umps with a strike zone, right? If you're going to call things inside, you're going to call things inside for both teams. When you don't call things inside for both teams, a manager normally gets run because they're arguing balls and strikes with you, right?
Right.
Same situation. It's the exact, how do you not in that situation? And as I told you on Injury Time, I said, if Spurs score in the first 20, they're going to probably get us. And they scored in the first 20, and they got us.
Yeah.
And
I thought Vicario was way more important than I thought he was gonna be.
He
in
was
this game.
big. He made
a couple of very good saves.
Yeah.
He only officially made 2 saves, but there was a couple of cross interventions, punches or high claims.
He had an exceptional game.
He had a very good game. One of the best games we've seen him play in the last 6-8 months. To be completely honest.
Why I said it felt like Upside Down World, because Pickford maybe wasn't at his best. Everton got beat on 2 set pieces and yet controlled the bulk of play. So it was just this kind of this is how this game normally plays out, except for in reverse.
It's reversed, yeah.
Right? It's Spurs who have all the things.
But that's where, you look at teams that have been in trouble over the last few seasons, and then when David Moyes came in again, last season, obviously, Everton went on a bit of a run.
Mm-hmm.
And the stadium has propped them up. They made some signings, and it looks night and day from what Sean Dyche was doing. Right. I thought you gave a good, despite the score, I thought the scoreline was flattering to Tottenham.
Oh, very much
You
so.
gave a very good account of yourselves. Again, you had more shots overall and only 2 less on target.
Yeah.
Speaks to your wastefulness rather than Spurs being good, if that makes sense.
Well, that's
because you had you had more possession. You had, you've got all of these things going for you, and you're sitting pretty pretty, really, on 11 points. One win takes you up to 9th.
Yeah.
You're sitting at 14th right now on 11 points with a -3. One decent win, and you could be up to 9th place.
Yeah, very true. For me, as I
Obviously,
get ready,
it's early days and all blah, 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 which we have to say, of course. But I don't fear for you at all in any stretch of the imagination. And I really like what David Moyes is doing and what the squad's putting together.
the key thing I do have to say about Everton is we need to complete our chances. We're not getting a lot of them, and when we get them, we need to take advantage of them. And unfortunately, another couple of opportunities for Beto that he did not come through on. I think maybe we need to start thinking of some of these younger pieces that we picked up, like the Tyler Diblings and Charlie Alcarazes of the world, and they need to be brought into games sooner because they can impact a game. Dewsbury Hall is very good at holding the ball, but maybe he shouldn't always be the focal point of the person just behind Beto. Maybe somebody like a Charlie can really impact the game. Maybe you push Jack in for a little while. You put Njai on his proper left-hand side, and you put Charlie on the right or Dibbling on the right. And kind of like Jack going through the middle kind of makes teams have to pay attention to him.
That's what he did for Villa.
Yeah, right now, teams know our bit. They know our two wings are really fucking good. You know, so they just kind of clog up the middle and make us go down the sideline and don't give us everything we want. Since it is the final week of October, I've decided going to do a little white girl mistakes. The pumpkin spice malort, as it's almost done. So worth every fucking penny we spent on it. Here we go. Just fuck you, John Champion.
He's just trying to do his job, listing stats and shit.
Sure money.
Fuck.
Down 800, myself. Missed again.
Yeah.
This time was a combination of a few things, not just one leg falling short. But I'm going to let you go first, per usual, and tell the good people about your stuff.
Goddamn, John Arias, if you could just have made that fucker go in.
John Arias?
The free kick.
Oh, yeah,
For Wolves.
Yes.
He puts that free kick in. I think they probably win that game 3-2. And I hit 2 in a row. But
unfortunate
except
for
for
you.
I did not, because the easiest part of my bet was Leeds beating West Ham. We all knew that one was happening. But I am now down $337.
Big Sam's Lock of the Week.
14.28514% of the time. It works 100% of the time.
Still not a good return.
And better than your 0 for the last 3 straight years.
2.5. 2.5.
All right, this week I'm actually taking all 3 current bottom sides to lose. I'm taking Forest, West Ham, and Wolves to all lose to Manchester United, Newcastle, and Fulham for plus 533.
Okay. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I've got a good one for you.
Go for it.
I think. So
9-way parlay.
8. As I said, I'm down $800, so I figured I'd honor that with an 8-way parlay. The last 2 legs are to the absolute bankers.
Oh, yeah, that's the only part it'll be bankers.
So I've got Arsenal
Not good gambling.
to win versus Burnley and over 1.5 in the game.
Okay, I'll give you
Even
that
though we're
one.
at Burnley, I think it'll be fine.
Yep.
United to beat Forest. They seem to have figured it out. Forest look better, but I think United's going to have their number here.
Part of my bet that I took.
Brighton over Leeds. They're going to respond. They scored a couple of goals, but they're going to respond.
Yeah, it's in Brighton's building. Yeah, I think
As
this is
well.
going to be a tough proposition for Leeds.
Fulham to right the ship against Wolves because Wolves are so bad.
That's what I picked. Yeah.
And then over 1.5 in Palace versus Brentford. No winner. Just 2
over.
goals or more will be scored.
Yeah, both teams will score. Yeah.
And then Newcastle to beat West Ham over 1.5 in that game.
Which
That's
also-
fucking obvious.
So you and I both picked all three of the bottom teams to lose.
Now check this out. Plus 2426.
Okay, let's see if it happens.
Big odds with this one. And it mainly came because of Fulham beating Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
That was still a
my-
plus 200 or something.
Yeah,
on
my 522 is had a
Mostly
lot to
that,
do with it.
yeah.
a lot of it to
and
do with
then
that.
obviously the sheer number of things I put in, which
Right.
DraftKings tends to frown upon.
No shit. All right, that's going to wrap it up, boys and girls. Mr. Graham, any parting words?
Yeah, I do have parting words. I have very sad parting words. While I was in New Orleans, I became aware, all of you know, I've been no secret about it. I became aware, I don't even know that I told you this yet. I became aware that my godfather, my uncle that had bladder cancer, passed away on Saturday afternoon, about 1 p.m. And that leaves just one uncle left on that side of the family, and then me, as my direct lineages. Well, I'm actually the alpha. What do they call it? Patriarch.
Yeah.
No, I am the alpha too. Come on, let's be honest.
He's your brother then.
He's a cunt.
Okay.
No, we lost my Uncle Daniel on Saturday, and it was expected. It's very sad. We're all terribly disappointed and horrifically upset by it. But it was expected, and I just want to take this opportunity to say rest in peace to me uncle. So
Very good.
That's it. I'm sure there were cunts that we didn't get to.
We'll be talking about some massive cunts in the EFL show here coming up.
Fair enough. So listen to that.
Yeah, we'll have it there for you.
But rest in peace, Uncle Daniel. I love you.
Very good. Now, next up is, like I said, DU does EFL.
And we
We're
also
gonna
just hit 10 years from your dad.
Yeah, I know.
It's been a week.
Yeah, I imagine
But
so.
I had a blast in New Orleans with my best friend.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
and 1,400 to get your ass home.
It's been a week.
It's been a week. It's been, but
1 week since I wanted to come.
next up is DU does the EFL. We're going to be talking about the rest of the English football. The biggest thing, obviously, is the story surrounding Sheffield Wednesday. And then after that, we'll be doing Injury Time, which is where we talk about our adopted clubs, the beers we were drinking, check in on our fantasy, and preview the weekend's action. Mr. Graham, should you want to support the show, how do you go about doing that?
Very easy, actually. It's at excuse me. Nope. It's patreon.com/DU Football Show. You sign up to that $5 tier, and you get all of our extra content that Sam just laid out for you. If you do want to get in touch with us, though, it's at DU Football Show on all the social medias and dufootballshow@gmail.com to get in touch via email. Let us know you're a Patreon, and any of your correspondence will get absolute priority.
Anybody that's on the stream and want to hang out for the next show, we're just going to go grab ourselves some quick beers and hit the head, and then we will be back.
I'm smoking a cigarette, though, because also, RIP my vape, I think it got possessed in New Orleans. It started going off by itself.
Understood. And
So I haven't had any nicotine since we started the show.
the key thing to know that is when someone makes mistakes, they don't always have to point them out. You know, your co-host doesn't always have to do that, because I'm a better person than you, Sam. Till next week.
Fuck off.
All right, you're back live on the intranet.
Hello.
Hi,
Internet.
intranets. Very good.
Let's see who's still checking out.
Yeah, who all's still here?
I have no idea.
Okay.
7 people, according to this.
All right. Well, then let's talk fucking
5 on YouTube, 1 on Kick, and 1 on Twitch.
Well, the one on Kick and the one on Twitch are probably one and the same person.
Shut up. It's true, though, probably.
With that Russian bot we pay.
Where she was doing it was because Commander Skin's team no do so good.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you told me to tell you when it happened, so you guys were like, what's going on? I'm like, they lost.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's
It's pretty bad news.
I'm like,
All right. Well, not one you expect.
bad
Not one we expected to win. So
no,
well.
Taylor Swift's boyfriend is so good.
Not without Jaden Daniels.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
for sure.
All right, so let's go
Rob
ahead.
says he is here.
Big Bobby the Plug.
Happy birthday, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
In other news, Toronto and LA are tied 5-5.
Very good.
Bottom
All
of the 10th.
Well, you know who I'm rooting for that World Series.
Toronto.
Fuck yeah. Fuck the Dodgers.
Yeah, because you don't like America.
Fuck you. Goddamn foreigner playing for him anyways. He's their most popular player. Maybe a good American player.
Rob wants to know, did Sammy get his airline credit from his wife? LOMAO.
Get fucked.
Rob, he talked about that in sound check about how you and your wife are far smarter than he and his wife.
Brutal.
Well, you know, the problem was is she got her B cities wrong.
Got my B cities wrong.
I mixed it up and then laughed at herself while still on the phone. That's how
I
terrible.
love that she just gave up on that.
All right, what do we got here?
Is that the producer Mel meme?
Oh, yes, from Taylor.
That is literally how the auction went down.
And it's a perfect that's a perfect face for you, Mel, too. Like,
Yeah, brilliant. Mel bidding in the silent charity
Exactly
auction.
how it went down.
And the best part is hashtag why Patreon, right? But if you, what makes it funnier is you know how it does like see more if it does too many letters. It just says hashtag why.
Why?
So you have to see more to say why I Patreon, and then hashtag bid responsibly.
I still want it though. That's all that matters.
I'm amazed.
My baby girl did her job. Thank you, girl.
I am amazed they gave you the lesser price.
All right, let's do it. Mr. Graham, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this right off the bat. We ain't gonna talk a lot about League One and League Two because there's really only one story to talk about.
A very soon to be League One club.
No shit. The administration, they could be a League Two club very quickly too. But the nightmare is over for one half of the of Sheffield, which
It
is
is.
nice, and let's see how it all plays out.
I'm
Let's start.
excited.
Let's start the show.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston.
Sam Houston.
Arsenal fans have another Sam. Right day, the fucking Gooner Graham. Snub of a lord. Look straight in shorts. Sam Grammy.
Sam Brown.
Fucking United! Fucking United!
Hello and welcome to DU Does EFL, a brief bias recap of the rest of English football as told by two common American schmucks. I am your host, Sam Houston, and across the way from me, getting all the discounts on all the airlines, my co-host, Mr. Samuel Graham.
I actually didn't receive a single one. Thank you for that reminder again.
Yeah, well, that one was for Big Bobby the Plug. Happy birthday, buddy. Welcome to Grown Ass. Sam's still just grown.
Shut the fuck up.
And of course, on the ones and twos, doing sweet fades over there. And we're not going to have her bother hitting unmuting herself because she's doing all the things at once. The lovely producer Mel, getting it in.
Thumbs up to everybody, she says.
Very good. We're recording at the U Public House just outside the nation's capital. You can check us out wherever you get your podcasts, and of course, streaming live every single Monday night. Should you want to chat with us, there is many ways that you can. Mr. Graham, tell the good people how they can get in touch.
Absolutely. Excuse me, it's at DU Football Show on all the social media, and dufootballshow@gmail.com to get in touch via email.
Very good. Very, very good. And again, email, please, people, if with this show in
Especially.
particular,
Yeah.
we want to hear from fans of
Lower league teams.
If it's a second club for you. Our good buddy Scotty I was going to have him do it this week, but then, of course, what happened at Wednesday happened. He's going to give us a big kind of Charlton update for next week. So we're going to talk all addicts next week, since they obviously had gotten promoted from League One last year into the championship. And currently, all three of the promoted sides doing all right in the championship.
Absolutely. I heard a fun fact about Charlton today that I didn't remember or realize. I don't even think I knew it to begin with. So
Go for
I
it.
learned something interesting. Is the only other team besides West Ham and one other who I knew but don't remember who it was, that Paolo Di Canio played for.
Oh,
Was
no shit.
Charlton Athletic for a little bit. And then I also found out that Lazio are nicknamed Nazio because of their fascist political leanings as a club, which is quite interesting.
That name is pretty fantastic for them. Definitely.
Not bad.
I'm happy for them in that regard.
Yeah.
That's what
But I
they're referred
completely forgot that Paolo Di Canio played for fucking Charlton.
to. Yeah. No shit.
And I'm not sure that I even knew it to begin with.
Yeah. Very good.
Interesting.
Well, we are drinking the exact same shit we drank in the last show.
Championship Corner!
I've fallen and I can't get up. Oh no!
Coventry got back-to-back wins, are still unbeaten at the top of the championship, but they saw a 608-minute shutout streak ended by Pompey in extra time on Tuesday. So they were up 2-0, ready to extend it even further. And in the 90th minute, Pompey got a garbage goal right at the end
Nice.
to make it 2-1. And the streak for them ended. They are fucking cruising right now.
Oh, absolutely they are. That is almost 7 full games without conceding a goal. And them conceding that goal now puts Arsenal in the lead in the country for having now not conceded a goal in over 8 hours of football, where they were at about 10 when that happened.
So there we go. So it's now for you.
Best defense in the country.
Go get them. Borough still sit in second place, but Millwall, off of 4 straight wins, now sit in third.
I still this happens every time West Ham are shit. I feel like Millwall does well, and they're just going to trade places. We got that one phenomenal season since we've been doing a show that we got
both down together.
West Ham Millwall in the championship at the same time. But I'd like to see it in the kind of bright lights and bushy-tailed Premier League situation,
not in the championship.
where everyone can view it,
Right.
if they so please. So hopefully Nuno's able to turn it around at West Ham, because it would be awesome if Millwall came up to the Premier League again and were able to do an East London derby all in one season twice.
It'd be pretty
amazing.
fantastic,
Yeah.
especially the
And
year after.
it's going to be a 12:30 game.
Yeah, especially the year after a time where he'd come back. Oh,
It's going to be a 12:30 game.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It was 7:30 in the morning for us.
Yeah, of course.
It's going to be the lunchtime because they don't want people enough time to get fucked up before the game.
if that happens, we absolutely have to do a show at the Abbey.
Absolutely. 100%.
Abbey and Fells for Scotty and the crew.
100%.
We have to do that. That's got to be a thing.
Or I'll find the Millwall crew and learn how to make a shank and I'll come kill you.
The Blades got their third win and have moved into 18th place. So,
Ooh, flying high.
but that's not the story. The story is across town with rivals Wednesday. They received a 12-point deduction and were placed in administration the day after only Borough supporters were at Wednesday for their game on Wednesday that they lost. Not a single supporter showed up to Hillsborough for their match.
And that
not
forced
one.
That forced the hand of the owner to put the club up into administration.
So explain what administration is.
So basically, if you can't pay your bills, the government appoint someone to run your business. And this happens in multiple businesses all over, but the most famous of which is football, obviously, because it's covered tremendously. Now, going into administration comes with an automatic 12-point deduction. The most famous of which that we've ever seen would have been Portsmouth before they went down.
Which was 9.
Right, at the time, yeah.
No,
Now,
they were 8. Everton was 9, and then Everton's appeal got them down to 6.
right. So now it's an automatic 12-point deduction.
Yeah.
If you go into administration, period.
Yep.
They do face further point deductions potentially for late payments made to players and staff over the course of the last year, ending July 1, I think it was, of 2025.
Right. So a new ownership group could come in and still see even more
Of a point deduction, exactly. Now, the administrator who's been appointed says he already has 4 to 5 firm bids that seem like they're all legit.
It is one of the most storied clubs in all of England. Like, this is Sheffield is
here's
a
the
big
thing.
town. Wednesday is a big club.
The point deductions are definitely going to come more, right? Sheffield Wednesday have failed to pay wages on time for 5 of the past 7 months, right? So they're potentially, even if they do go down, when they look at this season's issues, you could absolutely see another points deduction coming on top of that, right? Anyway, next year. Chris Wickfield was named the club's administrator. He works for a creditor called Bigby's Trainer. A huge financial boost is a little bit of an overstatement, if you ask me. Once the club was placed into administration, the owner no longer owns the club.
Right. So at that point, it's
so the message
Dejvan Cesari no longer owns the club. He's not allowed to do anything with it, which is fitting because before you say that thought, their match against Watford at Hillsborough on Saturday, before the game started, this is what a fucking egomaniac this owner was. They were removing white chairs along one side of the stands that had spelled out his last fucking name.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're a steward of the club.
Famously,
you aren't the club.
Famously at Manchester United, you've got, Old Trafford written in one of the sets of seats, I think. You've got a Nike swoosh on one set of seats, I think, or used to at least. Now maybe the Adidas, 3 bars or whatever. You've got United, I think, written in some of the seats.
Right.
This dude put his last name.
Yeah.
Arsenal's got, I think, Gunner spelled out in one of their sets of seats, right?
Right.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah,
Everton,
blah.
it has the toffees.
Exactly.
And, Everton on one side, the
this
toffees
dude
on
wrote
the
his
other.
fucking name.
His name. His name.
Like he's bigger than the club.
Like, ugh.
But the whole kind of message, as soon as they went into administration, which legally this guy does not own the club anymore, was spend, spend, spend. Come out and spend your money. And Sheffield Wednesday fans, over £200,000 in the club shop on Saturday.
Everybody showed up.
Everyone showed up. Everybody spent 15, 20 quid each. Everybody's trying to help now.
Right.
because this guy's not going to benefit from it.
Well, we saw with
And it's a massive, massive deal. It's a huge thing.
Morecambe, when they finally had their sale of the club, there was a line of 2,000 people for a National League team. 2,000 people waiting in line to buy the new kit for the season. Why? Because that owner was finally gone.
Right.
Like, we will now
And
support our club again.
The crazy part about it, though, as well as Chansiri was in situ for 10 years at this club,
Yeah.
which was absolutely insane. 9,000 tickets for the match were sold in just 24 hours
Yeah.
for the game against Oxford. Again, over 200,000 pounds at the club shop. Kiosks were packed with fans buying food and beer. And all of this helps offset things they have to pay back to their creditors, which is what administration is essentially. It's sort of our version of declaring bankruptcy, where the court just goes, "This is your payment plan. This is what you have to do.
Yeah.
This is how you get out of this." Right, and if you violate that, then they liquidate your business.
Yeah.
Right, so that's essentially what this is British bankruptcy. Is you go into administration, and these people may have to sell off assets of the club to pay the creditors off and get the club out of debt.
And the good news here is
hope
whoever the new buyer is, that money doesn't go to that asshole.
Well, and there's the thing is now they're also able to find a buyer for the club's debt,
Yeah.
right? And then you could own the club as a result of paying off their debt for them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the big deal. So they said they've got 4 to 5 firm offers that are legit at this point. So they could come out of this situation in a much better position.
Yeah. Now, all that being said, this team's going down.
Yeah,
This team's going down.
They will get another points deduction.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it.
They will be going down to League One.
They're sitting rock bottom on -6 points at the moment.
Yeah. And they're
So 2 wins, and they have 0 points on the table.
what you
If
need
that
now
makes
is
sense.
new ownership comes in.
And that's without another points deduction, which they absolutely will accrue.
They back pay everybody. They make things right. They give people raises. They got to do all of that shit first. And then you have to worry about the team you're going to put on the pitch. Like, that's an afterthought. Like, you need to win your community over. You need to let them see, especially, and I hate
The community seems to be back.
Well, but
the biggest legend of the entire thing is the stadium Jumbotron operator.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if you saw this. Before the game at the weekend against Oxford, it said, like, reboot loading, ousting successful or something like that, along those lines.
Oh, fabulous.
But it was like, we got this fucker out the club, and it got the whole stadium. One article I read called it a religious experience for the people back in the stadium. Just, we still have a club, thank God.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
And unfortunately, if the new ownership coming in happens to be foreign, it does not matter what country they're from.
There's an automatic distrust. I
There's
think.
going to be so part of what that new ownership has to do is get the Wednesday faithful to believe in them, to know, I'm here to help.
Start by not writing your name in the seats.
Yeah, that's a really easy way to do it.
Start by avoiding that.
Yeah, you'd probably be okay
If you could avoid that, I think you'd be off to a decent start.
I believe we've said this before with D-back. Just wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and go, today, not going to be a cunt.
Yeah.
You know?
That's something that their previous owner just did not take to heart.
Putting your name in the stands, kind of cunty.
Yeah, for sure.
Just
so,
a little.
Now they have other issues to deal with, which they can appeal, but they have other things to deal with.
Yep.
They've got a transfer ban or a fee maximum they're allowed to pay until at least the summer of 2027.
Which could mean a drop out of League One and go all the way down to League Two.
Yeah,
Because if you can't improve your team,
right.
yeah. And I'm sure your academy has already been kind of depleted, you know? So,
And then they also have the administrative issue of, because of going into administration, they were served a notice of withdrawal of membership by the EFL on Friday.
Oof.
Now that they entered administration, of course, per regulation, but immediately suspended the notice as they work with the administrators to move towards a positive situation. So they do get issued this notice that we're going to revoke your membership if you don't figure this the fuck out. And then they suspend that notice while you figure it the fuck out.
Yeah.
And then if you go the way of Portsmouth years ago, where you have to liquidate, rejoin essentially, somebody
Right.
bought the name of the company
Right.
after the club was liquidated and then bought the stadium.
Yeah, because
right?
technically that original Pompey team did not exist after
Anymore.
administration, and it
Technically,
became
correct.
a new version of
Of
Pompey.
Pompey, right.
They
now
just
they
never
still hold
changed the
on.
name,
They still
they never
hold on
changed
to
the
their history,
stadium,
and they
right.
still do all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And it is the same club and the same stadium they were playing in, and all that stuff. And they didn't go bust like Bury because nobody ended up buying Bury.
Right,
Remember,
right, of
you know,
course.
we saw that club completely fold out after being liquidated by administrators. But the difference there is you know, the potential buyers waited until all the debts were as low as they possibly could be because the club was liquidated.
Right.
Then bought the naming essentially of the company.
Yeah.
And then bought the stadium.
Yeah.
So I think you'll see something, you know, sort of similar happen with this, except for I don't think they'll actually be liquidated. I think you're going to see somebody come in. Like I said, 4 or 5 offers have already come in for the club, and they seem like they're from legit sources and all that. So I think you're going to see the club get snapped up, and they will almost certainly be relegated as a result of the points deductions. But the original club is still going to exist, and they can then move forward from there to try to get back up into the championship.
And this won't be, I think, any good, sound ownership group can get this team right back up to the championship easily. It just will take time because of everything. And it's a shame that it's happened, but in the same regards for the Wednesday supporters, I'm glad that it happened because it means at least the guy's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone. All right, so moving on to League One, Stockport have jumped to the top of the league with a 3-0 win over Port fucking Vale, baby.
That's easy to do, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's an Port Vale.
Except for if you're MK Dons last year in the league.
Yeah. The Port fucking Vale.
And Cardiff actually lost to Bolton, so that's what put Stockport into first. Reading have parted ways with their manager, Noel Hunt, despite them getting out of the drop with 4 points last week.
This is middle initial C.
No. Not Michael. Sorry. Michael's never liked to be called Mike when they got that last name. But the bottom of the table of League One is currently Port fucking Vale, Plymouth, Blackpool, and the Posh. So names that we've been saying have been down there for a little bit, but still surprising to hear.
Yes, 100%. You're
Port
absolutely
Vale,
right about
not
that.
surprising. They were a
Not so
team that
much.
got promoted.
Correct.
But the other three, you're
not
like,
so much. But the other three are very
fucking hell.
surprising. That also, though, comes off the back of Luton getting their first win under new manager Jack Wilshere. And I'm really annoyed you didn't put that in there.
I knew you would cover it.
Jack Wilshere being an Arsenal lad, as obviously, coming through the youth academy, but making his England debut as an Arsenal player.
I write this entire show, and I know if there's going to be something pro Arsenal agenda, you'll fucking shoehorn it in. So
1-0.
I don't have to fucking pay attention.
1-0 they won.
One less club team I have to pay attention to because you'll be paying attention to Luton for the rest of the fucking year.
I past this, I really don't give a fuck, to be honest.
All right. Wassel
tired.
still sit in top spot in League Two, but it is on a single goal for goal differential over Swindon. Swindon jumped both MK Dons and Grimsby, who had a chance to take over top spot in the league, but they both lost this past weekend.
You know, you kind of burn a lot of energy beating Manchester United in the league, right? And, 6 weeks later comes back to bite you in the ass.
That it doesn't get old. It does not get old. And
Absolute
Aki lost again and now have fallen to just outside the drop. And by the time this show has come out, they will have already played each other. But on Tuesday, they are at home to Tranmere.
The only true club of Liverpool.
Very good. All right. Well, that is going to wrap it up, boys and girls. Mr. Graham, any parting words?
Does Aki do better, please?
Yeah, that's it.
We need
Come on.
Accrington Stanley to do better.
Exactly.
That's it.
So next up is going to be Injury Time, where we're going to talk about the beers we're drinking, check in on our adopted club, find out how we did in fantasy, and, of course, preview the weekend's action. Should you want to support the show, Mr. Graham, how do you go about doing that?
A very easy. Patreon.com/The Football Show. Just sign up to that $1 tier, and you get all of the extra shit Sam just talked about.
Excellent. Thank you very much, everybody. Till next week.
Good night.